Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version.
All right, Paulie, let's go.
That's better. Gotta go.
Oh, who's got their pajamas on? Oh, it's a slumber party. Oh my goodness. Oh, the slumber party time. Look at, oh, get it, baby. Oh, get it, boys. Oh, that's a very nice, oh, get it, baby. Get it, get your pajamas. Who is that? Very handsome baby.
Bum 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 bum. Can you hear me? Bum 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 bum. I just want to be heard. What's happening, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me. I've been checking audio for this week. Has been very strange, so I just want to make sure. All right. Hola, mi gente. It's Paulie. It is a Wednesday night. Latino Slant. You know, we used to be on every Wednesday night, then we were like kind of jumping around with Tom Conkle and all that good stuff. We are here. We are going to bring you an incredible countdown. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So as you already know with the title and everything that we're doing, what we're doing tonight. What are the greatest sequels of all time? I wanted to know. And I put a poll out there about a week ago, and I got a lot of incredible answers. It was actually a viewers poll, right? I mean, for our little channel, we almost got like combined 300 votes. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. So here's what we're gonna do tonight to have some fun. Okay, we're gonna say hello to people in the chat. We're going to go to that voters poll. I want to talk about, maybe we can also really quickly, you can help me define what a sequel really is, because there are some, different definitions of what a sequel is. Then we're going to get to the countdown. And around the halfway point of the countdown, I'm going to start bringing in a couple of members of the channel. So I will have the StreamYard link to this live stream on our community board very soon. Viewers like you, yes, viewers like you. Pat S is here. Man, I haven't seen you in a long time in my chat, man. It's so nice to have you here. Allegedly, but also really, I want to see a sequel to that dancing hyena. I actually have one. I have another dancing video. E-Clay, a member of the channel. ¿Qué pasó, E-Clay? Ray J. Aliens. Did it make the top 10? And this is the top 10 countdown. They got skills. They got some dancing skills. What's up, Soul Assassin? ¿Cómo estás? Another member of the channel, Darth Plato, is here. Young Frankenstein. What is that a sequel of? That's very interesting. Cheech and Chong's next movie. Technically, you're right. Technically, you are correct. I don't know if it's one of the greatest of all time. That's pretty good. I mean, I would say Up in Smoke is for me is a better film. This top 10, you can arguably say every movie in the top 10 is better than the first movie. That's how great these sequels are. Who else is here? Brandon, the anime guy, he came in early. Kahn, Empire, Maverick, The Two Towers. They are all epic. Nice. Nice. Bonzo's here. What's up, Bonzo? Carlos is here. Carlos, what's up, man? Hellbound. Hellraiser 2. You know, that's interesting because, you know, a lot of, I don't think we have any straight up horror sequels of the genre. Okay, Pat S, what are you saying? Pat S, a sequel is the first movie that follows the original movie, both chronological and in production. Okay, you know what? I think we can go with this definition. Absolutely. What do you guys say? I'm gonna star it. I don't know what that means. I start it. I don't think that does it. You know, what I think I could do is highlight it, Pat S. Let's pin it. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I'm gonna copy it. There we go. I'll copy it and then I'll put it into my own banners. That's a great definition. I'm good with that one. I'm really good. I had a lot of fun putting the show together tonight. I have little intros for each one of the top 10, and then I have odd fun facts about every film. So I'm just ready. I'm ready. And also too, I gotta tell you guys, and I'm gonna keep it real short. Here we go. I have to tell you guys, with so much disagreement over so many new television shows and movies, the last couple of weeks have just been very challenging for me to enjoy myself on streams when I'm invited to. It has not been fun. So tonight we're having fun, and that's just it. Guys. Spider-Man 2. Interesting. Everyone's got, I love it. Ninja 2. American Ninja 2. Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah. America Ninja. BK. Man, it has been forever, BK. What's up? Mine would be most of the ones in your photo. Empire Strikes Back, Wrath of Khan, Jaws 2, Maverick, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, Road Warrior. And Darth, and all these guys who I haven't seen coming around tonight. And I love it. No discussing the subject any further. Number 1, Empire. Number 2, Aliens. Number 3, The Road Warrior. Terminator 2 tied. Enough said. Show enough. Woo! No. Oh, I thought it said 3. Okay. All right, we've had some fun with people in the chat. I enjoyed that. That was cool, man. How's everyone's week going? I hope the week has been going wonderfully. Okay, so with this list, and please do me a favor, hit the like, share this link right now. Share this link. Let's get at least triple the numbers of people in here right now. With this list, I can say I have seen every one of these movies in the movie theater. And these movies, well, no. Actual, except for one. But all the other ones in movie theaters since I was a child up till now. So yeah. Yeah, man. So we got the definition of sequel. Let's go to that. Let's go to that Twitter post that I put up, the voting thing, because there was a few people who were talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and none of y'all mentioned the real sequel is the Temple of Doom. I'm just saying, none of y'all mentioned that. So here's the final. We had over 260 votes. I want to get past that. I want to go to some of these comments. And as you can see, a lot of people, Empire, Godfather, Empire, Maverick. Someone put up the Road Warrior. This is a great photo right here. That's a badass photo. That's absolutely cool. Latino Slant, Mariachi Boogaloo. I do not wish to trigger you, Paulie. Please don't. Please do not. Now, only with stuff we're talking about tonight. Only this subject. Anything else, let's save it for tomorrow. How about that? You know? You saw Temple of Doom in the theaters? I sure did. And it scared it really freaked me out. It was not like Raiders. I saw Raiders in the theater. Temple is a sequel, but a prequel. Well, yeah, if we're going chronological, but correct. So then Last Crusade is technically the sequel to Raiders. Was there it's weird because they jumped around with time, but Raiders is a sequel to Temple. You're right. You're correct. So Godfather 2. Oh man, we got a $5 super chat. RC from the NYC is a member of the channel. It's good to see all the homies here. Jesus. What's up, Paulie? What's up, Slantino Nation? Hope you are well. We're feeling good. We're feeling excited. This is a fun stream, and let's give you a little bit of a Mexican Iron Man for you. Yeah, thank you indeed. I hope you're sticking around. I know it's late there, but if you're putting yourself to bed out on the East Coast, listen to us, and we'll take them from there. So here in the we had some different people saying Aliens, Terminator 2, Back to the Future. There's only one Back to the Future vote. Like as far as there was a lot of write-ins, and I consider that for the top 10. Raiders, Godfather. I know story-wise, it's like chronological, but a lot of these guys mess with that. Raiders really mess with that. I would have to go Temple of Doom. Back to the Future 2 is a debatable. There was a lot of. What did you guys think? I personally loved it. I liked 3 even better, but nothing's like the first one. Godfather 2, Terminator 2, and this I do not forgive. How you doing? They said you come to me, and I wish your child's a masculine child. I wish he's a masculine child. I wish he's a masculine child. Why you come? Why didn't you come to me first? You didn't even think to call me Godfather. Yeah, man. Woo. Okay, so let's get back to this list. This great list, man. People had some fantastic suggestions in all these comments. Okay. Top Gun, Two Towers, Indiana Jones' Last Crusade. Blade Runner 2049. Dark Knight, Aliens, Clobbering Times, Empire No Contest. So that was a lot of fun. We got some great comments from all you guys. Let's keep on sharing the link. Let people know that we're here. We're going to be here for a couple hours. Now, before we begin, we're going to start with number 10. Okay? Let's say hello a couple more. You guys are lighting it up. You guys are really I love this, man. I'm going to back it up a little bit. Okay? The greatest sequels. Yes, Sander. Hey, Sander. Highlander 2. Bride of Frankenstein is actually, like, I'm surprised we didn't get more. We did not get any suggestions after, like, before 1970. That was kind of like, okay. Highlander 2. Do you mean chronologically, story-wise, or real world time? I would listen. I think we're gonna go with. It was the second movie that came out, even though it might not be the second story. And even though I have this definition down here that badass gave me, I like Crusade better than Raiders, Casperia says. So the Raiders trilogy is a rare example of each sequel getting better than the first. Temple to Raiders to Crusade. No, but it Casperius, there would be no Temple. There would be no Crusade if Raiders wasn't great to begin with. Raiders changed the game. It changed the game. That was at a time, and I would think it was like 11 or 12. That was at a time when Lucas and Spielberg were so anti-establishment. Can you imagine that? That they weren't part of the guilds. They were doing their own thing, and they wrote and directed this thing together. I mean, it's Raiders. It's Raiders. I mean, maybe if you grew up and your first film was watching Temple, I suppose. I remember when I went to see Temple, I was disappointed as a kid. I was more scared. It was just such a different, dark film compared to the swashbuckling Raiders. Getting older, I got a bigger appreciation for it, for sure. Not the crystal thing, whatever, crystal skull. Back to the Future 2 is more interesting when it's compared to the first. Yeah, there were some problems with it. One being no Crispin Glover. RC, who's a member of the channel, he says top 5 sequels in no order: Godfather 2, Empire Strikes Back, Terminator 2, Aliens, Maverick. Boy, oh boy, Good, the Bad, the Ugly, A Few Dollars More. These are fat. Look, you guys are just lining it up, man. Evil Dead 2. And I was kind of like, should I sneak in Desperado in that top 10? Because it's technically a sequel. And it was after El Mariachi, and some could say it was better than El Mariachi. We got a lovely bot. Let me see. Someone could take care of me. Thank you, Pat S. Thank you so much. Wait a minute. Did you get it? Wait a minute. How do you do this? Hide this using the chat. I think I did it. Okay. All right, guys. Let me know if I got done. Thank you, guys. Okay, so are we ready? Are we ready to rock and roll? Because I want to start this countdown, and everyone's been just so amazing with all your comments. Please share. Please get this out there in all the socials. We have a fantastic show for you, and I already appreciate the super chat. Let's go to number 10. Let's go to number 10. Y'all ready? Here we go. Number 7, Alien. Whoops. Start over. Number 10. Number 10, The Dark Knight. Oh my God, The Dark Knight, number 10. It's The Dark Knight. It's the first movie Christopher Nolan. It's the first sequel he ever did. He didn't want to do a sequel. Batman Begins ends with Gordon handing Batman the Joker card as a kind of setup for the next film. The director wasn't exactly determined to return to Gotham City. Nolan and Goyer had ideas for how a trilogy of films would happen, of course, but after Batman Begins hit big, Nolan instead went off to make the magician drama, The Prestige. Ultimately, the lure of telling a Joker story proved to be too enticing for Nolan to pass up, and he eventually reteamed with Goyer and began mapping out the story that would become The Dark Knight. So, what are your thoughts on number 10? It is The Dark Knight. Shut up, man. What's up, Chris? What's up, Crimson Miss? I already messed up, man. Hey. That's why you love me. That's why you love me, guys. Cheers. And I don't even drink. I don't even drink. Number 10 is The Dark Knight. Too low, bro. Too low. Hey. This is a cumulative Latino staff hard at work list that we created for you guys based off of your votes, suggestions, comments. I don't know what to tell you. Let me give you another fun fact about The Dark. Well, this is just a quote from Goyer, and we'll move on. I didn't have any intention of making a sequel to Batman Begins, and I was just quite surprised to find myself wanting to do it. Nolan told Empire Magazine back in the day, I just got caught up in the process of imagining how you would like to see the character, the Joker, through the prism of what we did in the first film. There you go. There you go. And Solomon Horton. I remember seeing this when I was 9 years old. I was mesmerized by Heath Ledger Joker. You saw this when you were 9? Wow. Okay. All right, my brother. Phantasm 2. Stop it, guys. In my bottom 10. Okay. Hey, I'm just reading them off, guys. Reading them off. It's all good. Okay, number 9. You guys ready for number 9? Now, that one I would have to insert into the top 10. Okay. Let's you guys ready for number 9? Here we go. Maybe I'll play Aliens again. Number 9. Number 9. Spider-Man 2. Yeah. Spider-Man 2 made the list at number 9. Wow. Many consider it up there, 1 and 2, the greatest comic book movie besides Superman. How do you feel about Spider-Man number 2? Great film. Doc Ock rules. Yeah. It's a great pick. I recently saw all the Spider-Mans before No Way Home, and it was such a great experience to watch them all again a couple months ago. So I got I got some information here. This is kind of interesting about Spider-Man 2. Not long after the first film's release in 2002, and it was a mega hit. And you got to remember, it was such a mega hit because at the time it came out, 9/11 had happened the fall before, and I think they even took out the two towers, and we needed something to make us feel good, and it was a fantastic unifier. A lot like the way Top Gun Maverick is. It unified a lot of us. We all were behind New Yorkers. Just that whole thing was just wonderful, and it's a fantastic film. That's a fantastic film. So after its success, Sony hired Michael Chabon, The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay, to rewrite the story originally conceived by Goff Miller. He reimagined Otto Octavius as a peer of Peter Parker who develops an infatuation with Mary Jane. Not only was it revealed in his script that Octavius bred the genetically enhanced spider, but that bit Peter in the first film, but his battle against Spider-Man is primarily driven by the desire to replace his own spine with the web slingers. Who can handle the weight and the pain? Who can handle the weight and pain of being fused with his mechanical limbs? Ooh, that is kind of interesting. That is kind of interesting. That's just a little fact find there. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love Alfred Molina, who's also in Raiders of the Lost Ark, with Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2. It was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let me see if I can get an image up here for you guys. And then we'll see what you guys are up to in the chat. So far, number 10, The Dark Knight. Number 9 now is Spider-Man 2. Yeah, there you go. Who else? Good film. Good film. Not sure it's top 10. Oh, okay. Definitely better than Spider-Man. I mean, I think that's an argument to have. That both these films, are they better than their first ones? Better than Batman Begins? Better than Spider-Man 2? Spider-Man, I mean. What's up, dude? How you doing, brother? I may be the only one in the chat that thinks Spider-Man 2 sucks. Hey, it's all good. Ooh, French Connection 2. Yeah, man. So that is number 9. Hey, TZ, good to have you here. Share the link, say hello. Yes, these 2 sequels are better. Are they better than the originals? To me, that's how also, too, they got on this list. Just saying. Let me know what you think. Okay, are we ready for number 8? Because we know what number 7 is. Are we ready for number 8? Yeah, let's do this. Okay, let me get this banner off. And let's get ready to play this video. Number 8. Number 8. Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Hell to the yeah. Now, someone said in there in the chat that they had very cool parents for taking them to see The Dark Knight. No dad is cooler than mine, who took me not only to see retrospectives of Bruce Lee films in the theaters in the early 80s, but he took me to see The Road Warrior when it was out in Westwood. He did that. Hell to the yeah. There's so many movies now that just keep replaying that, like from fashion to equipment to cars, all that stuff. It all goes back to Road Warrior. Yeah. I mean, I'm a big believer. I mean, it got a lot of mentions, and it was very easy to put it on the list. It's absolutely phenomenal film. Let me bring up that image. That it's like some fan art or some artist Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me on a Wednesday night. My name is Paulie. This is the Latino Slant. This is YouTube. So make sure you are subscribed still to our fine channel. And I will read some tidbits for you about Mad Max. Here's a couple of fun facts here. What was in that dog food can Gibson was eating from? George Miller, the director, says he doesn't think it was actually dog food, but he's not quite sure. That's funny. That's funny. And then Emil Minty, the 8-year-old who played the feral kid, learned where did he learn his lethal boomerang skills? Minty said he learned how to throw a boomerang from Mel Gibson, and that the leading man also taught him how to headbutt without hurting himself. I mean, you talk about father figures. You talk about father figures. Some guy that teaches you how to throw a boomerang and how to do a headbutt without getting hurt. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I want to get a t-shirt. Mel Gibson is my daddy. Oh, what are your reactions? Here we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, come on. This is how I see it. There would be no Fury Road, none of these other ones without the Road Warrior. I think I want to see that tonight. I haven't seen it in a few years. You want to get out of here? You talk to me. Damn. Come on now. Yes. Yeah, man. What's up, buddy? On your left, on your right, up, down. How you doing, buddy? Yeah. No way Jose it should be either. Hey, man. Hey. I had to fight to get it in here, man. Do you understand? Do you know who's on the staff here at the Latino Slant? It's not just me and Mexican Iron Man. It's not just the Slantinos. It is some hardcore chachas and cholos from all over the country, making this show great for you. Hell to the yeah. Look who's talking to Mel before he went completely crazy. Come on. Cut him some slack. Yeah, who knows? Probably tuna. Pat S says, that wasn't the Road Warrior, Paulie. That was East LA after the Dodgers made the series in 81. You were just young. Wow. Mad Max. Well said, my brother. Well said. And listen, if you are a member of the channel, stay tuned. I'm going to put the link to come on the panel, and you're going to count. When we get to number 5, I'm going to invite you in, and we'll count down together. I want to do this first part, the bottom 5, and then we'll start bringing you guys in. Rambo 2? No one said Rambo 2. Oh, Carlos, the only thing missing from Road Warrior was Boba Fett's Vespas. I see what you did there. Still smoking. Cabrón. Oh, is it on HBO Max? I got HBO Max on my phone. What? It's a Road Warrior Potty Night. Okay, that's number 8. You guys by now already know what number 7 is. I already spilled the beans a minute ago when we started this. But yeah, I mean, it's also an incredible film. I'm just getting some images ready for you. I hope you're enjoying the countdown, the fun facts, all this stuff. I love doing these types of shows, guys. I really do. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We can all, commiserate, basically agree, don't agree, kind of agree, disagree, but we're having fun. We're having fun. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel and share this link. We're having a good time right now. Okay, where are we? Number 7. Are you guys ready for number 7? Who's ready for number 7? Okay, we'll get ready. And here we go. Number 7, Aliens. That's right, number 7, Aliens. Back when strong independent women were really strong independent women, kicking ass, literally since the 70s. Go figure. Sigourney Weaver, all-star cast, including Bill Paxton, Paul Reiser. Fantastic, man. Killer movie. And I have some fun facts for you on Aliens, okay? Part of the reason why Aliens is so good, Cameron used the Terminator as practice. He says, I was thinking of Terminator as a movie no one would see, so I could work on some of the things that I would use in Aliens. I remember when I was shooting a scene where the heroine crawls through all this machinery, and I thought, this will make a good dry run. I'll get some of this stuff worked out, so I'll know how to do it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let me see. I want to get some. God, did I drink my? Oh no, I got a lot of my drink. Hold on. All right. Gail Ann Hurd, who was the producer of the movie, her hands made a cameo in the film. Jeanette Goldstein, the actress who played Vasquez, did not have any firearms training. She couldn't hold a gun properly, which was noticeable when seen in close-ups. So producer Gail Ann Hurd served as her hand double. Okay, let me just get this straight. Because that I just found out today. When I was a young dude, I saw this in the theater. I had a blast. I remember seeing it at the Hollywood Egyptian movie theater. So much fun. I thought this woman, Jeanette Goldstein, was Chicana. I thought this actress was a Latina, because she was just so on point with it. Years later, I found that out. That kind of blew my mind. So now you're telling me not only she wasn't a Chicana, she was a redhead, but she didn't know how to hold a gun? What the? Oh my God! Oh my! I need a sip here of the Coca-Cola. All jokes aside, Jeanette Goldstein did an incredible job. One of my first streams I did almost 2 years ago was on her performance and Ricardo Montalban as Kahn. One for the ages. This movie's one for the ages. Is it better than Alien? What do you guys think? Okay, let's get to your comments. It's been a minute. Oh, did we get the bot out? Let me see. Thank you, Pat S. Pat S is on it. I believe we might have and Sander. Thank you guys so much. Okay, let's go back. All right, skip to 6. I know, man. I know it's late up there. I'm working through it. Aliens is my top 10 movies of all time. Okay, then you really loved it. Aliens is streaming on Hulu. Wow, was Ripley the original cat lady? Ooh. Hey, Ripley was a shit, man. They've been copying Ripley for decades, man. Jeanette Goldstein was also in Star Trek Generations and T2. Yes, she was. And in Titanic. She was part of James Cameron's corral of actors that he's been using ever since he began. So I always liked that. I call it nepotism. I don't give a shit. If you're a good actor and you're in that crew, and that director likes you and works with you, man, that's fantastic. You know, being in the business, you know, and connected with Romy is that um those relationships are forged in fire. You don't just get to be part of someone's crew just because you're a nephew. You got to deliver. You have to deliver. And Jeanette Goldstein, Bill Paxton, um, a lot of these actors. What's the gentleman's name? Erickson. Erickson. Anyways, they've all been part of Bill Paxton's stable of actors, and a lot of directors do that. One time, they had interviewed the great indie director John Cassavetes, and Michael Biehn. Thank you. And they asked him, "Oh, you know, I want to be in your films, you know, but I noticed that you know you Lance Henriksen. Thank you, Bonso. Yes, he is. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. See, that's what I'm talking about." And they asked Cassavetes, "How come you just work with the same group of actors?" And he says, "They're my friends. I don't know you." Hey, and they're, you know, Cameron, Lucas, Cassavetes, all these indie dudes, they do. Coppola had to fight to get his sister Talia Shire in the movie, and you could see all that in the offer. But you know, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. We know some more people have got coming on in. Ed Brewer is here, and we really appreciate that. All the people who just got here, do me a favor, share the link, hit the like, and say hello to us. So that is number 7, Aliens. Is it better than the first one? Maybe one of the, you know, what it takes to be one of the greatest sequels of all time is that it equals or surpasses the original movie, you know. And that is Aliens. Okay, what's number 6? Wow, it's a pretty good list, compiled by you guys, voted on by you guys. Planet Terror, no. You smart Alex. I love it. Let's have a non-alcoholic drink together. Salud. Skål. I hope everyone is doing great tonight. It's Wednesday night. I thank you guys so much for being here with me, the Slantinos, the members, subscribers, just all you kind, cool people. I have a blast. I really have a blast. And like I said, in a little while, I'm going to start inviting some of the members on, and we're going to panel the last 4 or 5. Okay, number 6. What do I got for number 6? Ooh, we're moving on up. We're hitting some heavy territory here. Let me get rid of this one. And I'm starting to get a little system here. Sorry, give me a second, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, here's number 6. Number 6, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. No, yeah. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. It's nothing personal. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let me tell you something about, before I get to some of the tidbits on number 6, Terminator 2. I saw this in the movie theater, obviously, just like you guys did, if you're that old. It was like my early 20s. I loved that I knew mainly every single location, because they shot it all over LA. And then when they went into the LA canals, where, you know, it's Eddie Furlong being chased by Schwarzenegger, and then he gets on the motorcycle with Schwarzenegger, and then they're being chased by Robert Patrick. Man, in that truck. Ooh, boy, then that truck blows up. That was incredible. That was really cool. Now, there is a scene, if you guys remember, where after they get Linda Hamilton and they make a breakout of that an institution. They go to the desert, or maybe something that looks like Mexico, and these Latinos, they come out to say hello. It's like you could tell that they knew Sarah Connor and John. And there was a guy who was like talking, getting weapons, and then there was the mom. She had like one or two lines. So this is an old friend of mine. The actor's name is Diane Rodriguez, and I literally started knowing her and working in the theater world with her around that time. And of course it was so cool and crazy back then, and she's worked with Luis Valdez and all this Latino theater company that we've raised money for here with Eddie Olmos. And she was on all these like endowment funds. I mean, she was really like the top tier Latina theater person. Okay, I bring this up, and I'm gonna get to the fun facts. I bring this up, and this is all to the good, and that's why film is so cool, because it records those performances. She passed away a few years ago, and so whenever I see this film and I see that scene, and I get to see Diane Rodriguez live her dream out and be in this incredible film, so rest in peace, Diane Rodriguez. I love you, and thank you for all you did for me and Romy. So, all right, man. I know the comments are piling up, but I want to get to some fun facts about Terminator 2. Arnold hated the script. Arnold was baffled to discover he wasn't killing anybody in the film. Nevertheless, Cameron reassured him that the switch would delight audiences by catching them off guard. And either way, he would have plenty of unforgettable moments. He even tried to talk me out of it, said Cameron. But I said, no, this is what we're going to do. It's really cool. And along the way, he saw the wisdom of it. So, yeah, I guess he wanted to blow some stuff up. That's pretty funny. Now, with Linda Hamilton, she said her condition to do the film was that you have to make Sarah Connor crazy. Like, I have to be driven crazy. Like, you're in an insane asylum. You're institutionalized. Yeah, sure, she said. Let me play crazy. Let me go nuts. All right, well, you're going to get my version of nuts. And she said, all right, I'm down. And that was another great performance by another great female actress. So, yeah. Let me, you don't have YouTube. Okay, I'll put that up. And let me check. Wow. The BK Panther sent me $25 on PayPal, and he just says BK Panther. Not just, but that's incredible. Gracias, hermano. I hope we're entertaining you. I hope you're having a great time. $25 is $25. It goes a long ways. So I'm going to put the YouTube, the PayPal link in the chat. I really appreciate you, man. I'm going to play you a fun video in a second. Let's get that video going. Did I miss? Let me look back. Did I miss any other super chats? Okay, no. All right, great. Let's get him a really fun, cool video. Oh, it's everyone's uncle, and you know him, you love him. Here we go. Yeah. Thank you, man. Hasta la vista, baby. Retro Nerd Girl is here. She's got a great channel, guys. I haven't seen you around in a few weeks. It's great to see you. Thank you, BK. Thank you so much. Terminator 2 is one of my favorite sequels. Right on. It's more bots. Pat S, you're holding it down, and I really love and appreciate you for doing that. Thank you so much. Linda Hamilton. By the time of her divorce from Cameron, Linda Hamilton was crazy. Yeah, she after the movie, they had 2 kids, and by 1999, they had filed for divorce. Yeah, that's real. Okay, well, we're moving on. How you guys feeling about the list? Let's do a quick little review right now of here what we got. Okay, let's go down. Number 10, Dark Knight. Number 9, Spider-Man 2. Number 8, let me get rid of this. Number 8, Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. Number 7, Aliens. Number 6, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. And I just realized that's 2 Cameron movies back to back. How you guys feeling about this list? Do you like? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the membership community billboard tab, the link to the show for channel members, and I will slowly bring you in, and you could chat. We could chat about you guys can chat and comment about each one that comes up. All right, there it is. And Pat S, I want to send you it as well, my dude. Oh man, to me, these are the best type of streams, man. It's just fun. It's just fun. Top 5 coming up. You got the link. Retro Nerd Girl, you've got a nice list going. Yes, thank you. We need to work on something together. I am so I'm a big fan of your channel. Oh, Maria's here? Hola, Maria. I just met a girl named Maria. Okay, the link for you members to come on and join me is on YouTube's community page, Sister Act 2. Sisters are doing it for themselves. Great. Okay, so where are we? We are at number 5. I think before I bring in, I want to announce it, and then I'll bring people in. We already got our first dude here, which is really cool. And let me get ready here, which is I'm glad you guys are having fun. Thank you again for the for that BK Panther for that $25, man. Then RC, I mean, every little cent. Good stuff. So muchísimas gracias. Okay, we are getting ready for number 5. Are you ready? Can you dig it? Oh, I got a really good image ready for this one too. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Because for me, I it's vivid memories of the anticipation of the next movie, and then going to see it, and there's those anticipations being blown away, or expectations being blown away. Okay, let's see. Make sure Beethoven's second. Come on. Solomon, I love the vibe on this channel. Paulie, I salute you. Saludos a ti, hombre. Solomon's in the house. Solomon's in the house. It's in the house. And you know what I don't do a lot, guys? I don't promote my own stuff a lot. Meaning, like, I do have a really good merch page. There's a cup right there. So let me just put this down there for a minute. I just don't plug stuff, you know. But there's Brian's got his hat. He's gonna show it later on. I need to start wearing stuff. I need to buy some of my own stuff. That's the way it'll go. That's the way it is. Okay, here we go. Number what? We got a new member. Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a second. The Killer Tomatoes too. You know what? This has inspired me to create the worst sequels of all time. Okay, all right, here we go. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I mean, we could go home. We could close up shop right now and be happy. Yeah. Number 5. Can you imagine? It's only we're only at number 5. So, if you were around during that time, you know, I was in my early 30s at the time. I read the book since I was a kid. The anticipation, the Hero's Walk, when it was announced, you saw the trailer of the Hero's Walk in like 99 or 2000, whatever it was. And in the Hero's Walk, you saw the release dates of each one. You saw Return, Fellowship of the Rings, 2001, Two Towers, 2002, Return of the King, 2003. I mean, amazing. Incredible. What do you guys think? Dude, I thought it was going to be number 2. You adamantly disagree with the 2? Well, come on here and discuss. You're a member of the channel. How can you adamantly disagree is the centerpiece? What's the third film? The trailer was epic, dude. Yeah. Well, just wait. Okay, we have our first member hanging out with us tonight. This is here, let me get this right. What's up, dude? That's 70s Rock fan.
Hail, brother. How are you?
Oh, hail.
Good
70s Rock fan.
I love this hat, but with the headphones underneath, it doesn't quite fit right.
Here we go.
You can't
wait a
put them
minute.
over the top.
We want you in there. Hold on.
You can't put the headphones over the top, and they don't fit underneath very well. But the hat is great.
Oh, I think it's because I have this here. Here we go.
What are you doing to me?
Look at that. That's awesome. Like you and Doug Nelson have it.
I got the Latino Slant mug at work right now, and everyone goes, "What is that?" And so I get to tell them all about it and who you are. So.
Oh, he thought it was going to be number 2. What do you think of that? What do you think of the list so far? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I love your list so far. I love every one of those movies, and I think you've made some great choices. But much as I dearly love The Two Towers, I have to take issue with calling it a sequel.
Why?
Because I don't think it's a sequel. I think the 3 films make up one story, 3 parts of one story that was always intended that way. So it was always intended to be a trilogy. So it's not a sequel in that sense. It's a natural progression as part of the trilogy.
Well, let's go to our official.
That's just me.
Let's go to our official definition. It follows the original movie.
Oh, you're gonna get technical.
Chronological and in production, which is what Two Towers did, dude. Let me tell you this also. If that movie sucked, no one would have watched Return of the King. So let me ask you this. Was The Two Towers, why am I so small? Was The Two Towers better than Fellowship?
I don't see, better is a very subjective word. I prefer The Two Towers, but not because The Fellowship isn't an awesome movie. I just think it increased on the awesomeness. And it is a fantastic movie. It's
There's
got
people agreeing with you. Not a sequel. Okay.
But I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a magnificent movie.
Well, okay. So what are we doing? Are we taking this out?
No,
People voted
it's your
for this.
list. It's your list.
But what you guys voted for this? I threw movies out. So not only did you vote for this, but then you gave me other movie suggestions, which made the bottom 5. What's up, brother?
Oh, I'm
How
not
you doing, buddy?
Yeah, this is just
Good to see you, man.
we're just having fun, so don't take it out. There's no.
We're not
it's
taking
great,
it out.
It's a great movie.
No, it's brilliant, man. Like you said.
It's
I mean,
I watch it every year. I watch all 3 of them back to back
Well,
at least
okay,
once a year.
So you brought up a good point. I think depending on how you feel, if you're feeling kind of like melancholy, Fellowship.
Wistful.
If you're feeling like kind of like adventurous, but it's like you're starting to see the dark side, Two Towers.
Yeah, and if you're feeling, like hugging other men, then Return of the King. Short men hugging together.
Skippy says Lord of the Rings was one book. The publisher cut the book into 3 parts against Tolkien's wishes. I know, man, but this is movies. What do you want me to do? I got the 2 I got the books as well. What do you
by
want
your
me to
definition, it is a sequel, so fine, great.
Okay, well that was number 5. So we are here, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. Do me a favor, if you guys just got here, take the link, share it. It's on Twitter. We have a fantastic chat going on. I love it. These are the greatest sequels ever, as voted by you. So yeah, before we go to number 4, we have a new member, and we need to. I think he's actually a new, old, returning. He's returning. Return of the King. And I really appreciate that, man. Let me you guys can there's the PayPal there. And thanks again for all the tips and all the love, and for the new membership. My brother Crimson Mist comes back into the fold. Welcome to the Rock. Can you give us a little?
Welcome to the Rock.
Yeah, get it a little louder.
Nicolas Cage is one of my favourite people. Yes, we were in the Rock together. It was a splendid affair. Alcatraz.
So funny.
Alcatraz is my favourite place. And so on.
Jordy Lyons is here real fast. He says he's off to bed. Love you all the same, Paulie. Hey, man, thanks I didn't know you were here. That's fantastic. Get some good rest.
Mm-hmm.
And Jordy, I mean, every person that I'm seeing in this chat, it's
a great crew.
This is wonderful. So, Crimson Mist, let me play a video for you, brother, and we'll move on with our countdown. If you're a member of the channel, the link is in the YouTube community page, and I would love to have you on. We're here with that 70s rock fan. Okay, we're looking for a video. Okay, here we go. This is the dancing dog.
Good.
Where is
nice
it?
One.
Where's it, man?
Nice one.
I don't know where it's at, brother. There he is. There we go. Cool, man. Cool. Remind me later. I have some new Latino music I want to recommend to you guys. And God, it's pretty good. It's pretty spicy from a Latina. Ow. Question to Paulie: if Paramount had made Mario Puzo's Godfather into 3 movies, would the second film? Well, technically, Godfather 2 is from the first book. There's a lot from it. So listen, we can go back and forth on. We can go. We could. What does he say?
So I would have classed The Godfather 2 as a sequel because there was no intention to make it until the first movie was a success. That's just my view.
All right. Kick Brahma Bull. Why are we doing that? Oh, Highlander 2.
Well,
That's
obviously,
awesome.
that movie that doesn't really exist that he's talking about.
Oh my God.
It doesn't exist. There was no such cinematic.
Is Seal equal to Peter Pan? It is.
Piranha 2 would be the best sequel ever, I think. Piranha 2. Or Basic Instinct 2.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on. And again, if you remember the channel, please stop on by and hang out with us. We have, I got something in my eye. We have number 4. Wow, we're getting up there. 70s. We're getting up there. Let me stop sharing screen. I want to get my little photo ready. Oh God. I think this is gonna make a lot of people happy.
The tension's killing me.
Yeah. This one's deep. It's
Jaws 2, if it's deep.
Funny, man. I mean, if you can top 2 towers, which is pretty difficult.
Well, it's just hard to do.
Let me see here. Where are my images at? Okay, here we go. All right. Let's go to number 4, everyone. I know everyone's eagerly anticipating. What's number 4? Oh, my God. Number 4, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Kahn. Yeah.
Classic. And almost didn't get made. Because
a lot of these almost didn't get made.
Yeah, I mean, the Star Trek The Motion Picture was not exactly a raging success, so Paramount did really take a chance on this. And my God, they nailed it in this one. Well, Nicholas Meyer.
I have a couple of tidbits about this, and people are just going nuts in the chat, as they should. It was Shatner's idea for Spock and Kirk to be separated by the glass barrier when Spock was dying. He felt being able to embrace or comfort Spock in his last moments only would added to his grief. Oh, what a great idea.
Yeah, I think Nimoy, I mean, I might be wrong. I think, didn't he say that he wanted to die in this one because he was kind of done with it?
I think he was done, yeah.
Yeah. So he said, kill me off, kill Spock off.
Kill me off, yeah. A la Harrison. Harrison wanted to be dead after, Empire.
Yeah.
Definitely not the way he went out. Another tidbit: USS Reliant set didn't exist because of budget issues. The furniture was rearranged on the bridge of the Enterprise, and some small cosmetic changes were made so that it could be utilized instead.
Yeah, I mean, not being an expert on the different versions of the ships, that would make some kind of sense if they were from the same generation of a ship, because they would look almost the same. They wouldn't look. Why? There's an awful lot of radically different bridges in Star Trek, and I guess there's different classes and eras, but I think that made sense. I didn't notice.
Yeah. There's so much to love about this film, right? I mean, this is one of the best ways to kill one of our heroes, and then as far as a hero going out, this is arguably but one of the best ways. I mean, it's too bad this wasn't the template for our modern times.
Yeah, I shed a tear or two. I can tell you that. It was very emotional.
Yeah, and then also too with Ricardo Montalban as
I know.
Kahn. He was 60 years old when he did it, and an avid fitness man since his entire life. So his chest was real.
Yeah. And that's why you wouldn't notice the bridge on the Reliant, because Ricardo Montalban just absolutely dominated those scenes.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right. You're right.
And it was great because you had a Kirk and you had Kahn, you had these two actors equally challenging each other, and they both came out brilliantly, the two actors. So it was classic struggle. Brilliant.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I
Shakespearean.
mean, in what now? I mean, would this be kids? They eat up so much scenery, these actors, like in their style, because Shatner and Montalban basically came from the same era of acting, like the 50s and the 60s.
Yeah, similar backgrounds, television serials and stuff pre the era that shows were recorded, so a lot of that stuff's lost, things that they did and small parts in movies and just gradually building it up. But by this time, it was just the magic combination of brilliant storytelling in the writing and two formidable actors who totally understood the characters.
Yes.
And it just played off each other so well. I mean, you needed that. You didn't need a weak villain and a strong Kirk. And he wasn't even really a villain. He was just at a different perspective, but you needed two strong guys and it worked perfectly. It's just brilliant.
And this is very interesting here. This is a fun fact. Christy Alley's chest was also very real. Best she ever looked, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I would also agree with that. That brought a tear to my eye too when I saw it.
Yeah. Did you see this in the theater when you were young?
I did. Oh yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was I think beyond young. I was young. I was probably late teens, early 20s. What year was this? Now 80.
This was like 81, 82?
81, 82. Yeah, I was 18 or 19, and I was a huge Star Trek fan, had been all my life. So when this came out, went to the theater with a bunch of friends, it was just the greatest experience. We loved it, and I couldn't wait to go back again the next day and see it again, because that's what you had to do. You wanted to see it again, you had to go back to the cinema. I've watched it, I don't know, hundreds of times. I don't know how many times.
I said besides one movie, I've seen every one of these movies in the theater on this list. And Tom, I sent the link. I remember being very young and freaked out by the original Star Wars movie motion picture. It was just so weird. And then we saw it in an East LA drive-in. So it was like but because I was already a film kid. But when I saw this, I was just so taken away. And we have Tom from Midnight's Edge. What's up, buddy?
Tom, buddy.
Hey, Ro. You're going to have to start over now.
We got to start all over. Okay, well,
You've missed Highlander 2. So.
No.
It was just before Basic Instinct 2.
Damn it.
Okay,
I knew that was on my list.
I know that you like definitions and stuff like that. So we're kind of going loosely off of this sequel definition, right? Follows the original movie, both chronological and in production. But we're kind of breaking the rules. And this is also like a voter's poll. But here's what we got so far, buddy.
Yeah, just kind of give me the quick list. Yeah.
Dark Knight.
Okay.
Number 9, Spider-Man 2. Number 8, Mad Max 2, Road Warrior. Number 7, Aliens. Number 6, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Number 5, The Two Towers. And number 4, Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan. That's where we're at.
Okay, so I'm just about halfway in. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Well, we got a lot of good stuff.
So there's only 10 of them altogether. All right.
There's 10, and we also went over people's comments. So yeah. Any thoughts so far on those that I've played for you?
I agree with most of them. No, I think it's a good list so far, pretty much. I mean, It clearly is like genre film sequels only, but yeah, so far. But we'll see how it goes.
Let me ask you this, because there was some disagreement as to, you know, if Two Towers was a sequel in the chat. What else were people disagreeing with? 70s?
I don't know. I think that was the only one.
Was that the only one?
That people thought could technically be called a sequel because it was part of one story, 3-part story, envisaged that way from the start.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think the others are all. I would call all the other sequels for sure. Absolutely.
Are you a stickler for that stuff, Tom?
I get the argument, but at the same time, it's still a sequel. I mean, it was using 2 books, so it's not like it was all. I mean, I could see the argument a little more like, say, when Dune 2 comes out, if somebody wants to. Well, you can't say the second film's better than the first one because it's actually the second part of the same story. You know, that's a little bit different.
Godfather was the other one.
I would.
Some people were saying that Godfather was not a sequel, and I said,
I would say Godfather 2 was a sequel.
No, what did they say? The book. I forgot
because
what
some
the
of it was
argument
taken from the same book. But then that was a very small amount of material, I think.
Right, because there's a lot of original stuff in there too.
Yeah.
And then there's Indiana Jones and Last Crusade, because chronologically, Raiders was after
the second film,
Temple of Doom, and Crusade was after Raiders.
I mean, I guess when I think of a sequel, regardless, in the end, it's
The second film.
I mean, as long as it's a separate film, it's a separate film, really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, It was another one that I didn't care for the first part as much, but I, unlike most people, like the second part better. But that's because I still prefer the TV movie from the 90s, but I feel like the second film handled the second half of the story a little bit better is all. So, I mean, there's arguments to be made for all of that.
Yeah.
But I guess in this case, I can see this. So far, it's been a genre film sequels, so I guess we'll see how the rest of this goes.
If you're a member of the channel, you can come on and hang out with us as we count down. Deleted Scenes Now is here with us. What's up, buddy?
Deleted.
Good evening. How's everybody doing?
Well,
Good.
you know, man.
Who's this guy?
Who is? I
Who
don't
are
know.
you? I don't know. I don't even know why I'm here. Why are you people in my room?
Why are we in your room?
Oh my God. There's some great people in the chat. Retro Nerd Girl, Michael T, Brahma Bull.
It's a good debate to have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready for? Oh, what do you think of the list so far? Deleted.
I'm just catching up on it. It's a great list. I'm glad to see Wrath of Khan there. That's one of my favorites. Aliens for sure would be on my list of best sequels. Oh yeah,
Nice.
He tasks
and
me.
going back to one of the previous questions of whether or not a movie can be considered a sequel or not, and I forgot which movie got brought up as. You were talking about Raiders and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Not,
Right.
Yeah, of whether or not it's a sequel or not because it takes place before.
Mm-hmm.
How about Hunt for Red October and Patriot Games? Because the Patriot Games book is a prequel to Red October. Even though in the film they kind of treat the Patriot Games film like it's a sequel, but the book is a prequel. Right, because he very early on in Patriot Games, when he takes the bullet wound to the shoulder, he brings that up in Red October when he says to Ramius, "Have you ever been shot before?" "I have, and I know what it's like." You know. But of course, they left all that out. But
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was better than the original.
There's a good argument for that.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Well, there's always fun stuff to discuss with like what this
Gremlins 2. No,
Trolls.
I love
2.
them both equally.
Trolls.
I never saw the last one.
The last Gremlins.
I gotta say, I gotta see
Last
Beavis
what?
though. I gotta see Beavis.
You never seen? Oh, Bill and Ted. You mean?
Bill and Ted.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've got a
okay.
copy, but I haven't watched it.
No,
yet.
I saw the original.
No, I know, but you said I haven't seen the last one yet. I'm assuming
No.
you meant Bill and
The
Ted.
latest one.
Right. Well, and Beavis, because that just came out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go, guys. Here's your number 3. You voted for this one. You voted for all of them, but we're getting down to the top 3 greatest sequels of all time. Number 3, Top Gun Maverick.
Where did we vote for these?
Don't worry,
All
Tom.
right.
Paulie filled all the ballots in himself and delivered them. At
This
3
has been
a.m., so-
fortified.
This has been fortified by the DNC. Oh, did I say that?
You said that out loud.
I haven't
And
seen this
that's-
movie, so I can't comment.
What?
You gotta go see it, Tom. Come on, man.
Ooh,
Well, you know,
deleted scenes getting wise.
on
might.
the other hand, you know, how many videos does Andre have you editing right now?
Right.
So there's that.
Okay,
You know,
and
I'm
anyone
actually
can you fit
supposed
on
to
the
be
head of a
editing one
pin?
right now, to be honest. But
Who
yeah.
has seen it in the theaters?
I have not seen
Who
it
has seen
yet.
it?
I will not be able to see it until it streams.
Okay.
I
Deleted.
want to though.
I saw it on RPX because we don't officially have an IMAX screen around here anymore. But I saw it on RPX, which is pretty much the same thing, and it looked great. Yeah, I mean, this is my favorite movie so far this year.
Okay,
So I have nothing but good things to say
Okay.
about it.
And it does story-wise act. It does follow on. I mean, it's obviously just that
absolutely.
time gap, but it's absolutely a sequel. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, story-wise it does.
Yeah.
And the chat is agreeing, you know, great. Just saw it the second time. Saw it twice, including 4D theater thing where the chairs move.
Wow, that must have been great.
That must have been badass.
That must have been an experience and a half.
Dolby. S-Beam. Hello, S-Beam. Maverick is a really good movie. Good to have you here. Good
So-
to have you here.
Deleted and Paulie, would you say then that it's better than the first one?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would.
Is that just because the original is somewhat dated now, and this just looks and sounds better, or is it actually better in story, or what's better about it, in your opinion?
You want to go first, Deleted?
Oh, this is going to sound weird. There's a maturity to it
No, that's a great answer. I mean,
that is not in the original movie. Of course, you don't expect that because they're basically, you know, he's a kid. This is 30 years later. There's all of this life experience. Remember that when characters in movies had life experience? You know, Maverick has had 30 years of life experience, and it shows. He's not the same guy. He has matured for the most part. For the most part,
Yeah.
there's still a little bit of the old Maverick in there, but you know.
So yeah, I liked what you said about maturity, because maturity and character development towards maturity and moving forward seems to be sadly lacking in most of our used to be favorite genres these days. So it's good to hear that someone's taken some thought in writing this to do that. I'm looking forward to that. Less corny, yeah. But it does, I mean, does it have it's oiled up guys topless on the beach though? That's the only important thing.
So yeah, I totally agree with Deleted here, and I put this I put this up for a couple of reasons. You know, it's taken the country by storm. Now the world. It is a movie that they've been trying to get made for how long, Tom? If you have any, I have a couple of production notes here.
I mean, I'm sure there was other iterations, but this one sounded like it came together a lot like Creed did, from my memory.
Well,
like 4 or 5 years ago.
well, the release dates were July 19th, 2019, then June 26th, 2020, December 23rd, 2020. So it's been made for a few years.
Yeah, it's been done for a while.
It's been done for a while. This movie is so satisfying. I saw it again yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago. I can't remember. I was feeling a little down. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go see Top Gun. Because I'm like, I'm going to wait to see Elvis with my mom. And I'm going to wait to see The Black Phone with Romy. I'm going to go see Top Gun. Man, it's just... because what you don't expect is how emotional it is, and the thing you didn't bring up was the Val Kilmer Iceman storyline. Oh God, that was great. Yeah, because his character is really vital to Maverick, and it's really cool because of course they were young hotshots back in the day. And so and it's shot great. It's
all practical, isn't it? Or mainly
very practical.
Effects. Yeah.
And that part of the movie, that whole part of the flying, the mission, it's all Star Wars. It's literally a fucking trench run, and you got to get this bomb into like a two. I mean. And it's so on point. They even said several times, "Stay on target."
Who's flying the Millennium Falcon then?
There was a Millennium Falcon moment. There sure was.
I'll bet there was. Yeah,
there sure was.
I should say to Darth Scapio in the chat. Yes, hard as it is to believe, Tom Cruise is actually older than me by 1 year. By 1 year. It's incredible, isn't it?
Well, I think the thing is too is will this stand the test of time, like with these other movies? But I wanted to put it up there. Got a lot of votes.
I think that's a great thing to do because normally we do think of the older stuff, and to put something that's from this year into such a top 10 it's a bold move, Cotton.
There you go. All right. Well,
I think it'll stand the test of time, though. Sorry, Paulie. I just want to say real quick. I do think it'll stand the test of time for the reason that it is better than the original movie. And unless I miss my guess, I think we're going to be seeing another sequel coming up here. That could be considered better than the sequel, unless I've got it totally wrong.
So, which one is that?
Well, you can't say because that would spoil the surprise, wouldn't it?
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Yes. We all love that one. Yes.
Titanic too.
Yeah. And if you're so kind,
this time it's personal.
PayPal tips are always appreciated. It takes a lot of tacos that I got to send to Tom, that I got to send to my staff. And that's money. Tacos is money.
The way it's going will be the only legal form of currency soon.
Oh, I got my taco making skills ready. But Tom sent me. Tom, you had a really good meal today, dude.
I had nice, actual authentic Mexican tacos and refried beans and rice and then tarita sota, or how do you say that? Jarritos.
Yeah, so good. That's not funny, Darth. That is not funny.
La Bamba 2, Richie's Revenge.
It should be the horror version.
No,
Bye bye Bamba, motherfucker.
He's got a shotgun.
Come on, let's go.
He's had enough of Peggy Sue and Buddy Holly too.
Oh, Buddy Holly 2, that would be another sequel.
He's got a bopper for the big bopper. He's been stuck with them for eternity, and he's had enough. Oh, Donna, will you save Richie? La Bamba 2.
You know,
It's a
oh,
fender
wait,
bender.
you're still on.
Coming this winter.
You
rated R.
belong to him.
La Bamba 2, the day the music.
Stop, Tom.
Jesus.
Stop it.
I said Richie 5 times in the mirror and he showed up to kill me.
Stop it, Tom.
I'm done.
Enough. Release the missiles.
La Zamba. What? La Zombo? What?
La zombie.
The zombie.
La Zombo. Richie lives. God. Listen, I don't even want to start.
No, that's
Don't
over a line. Let's not go there.
That's over a
This
line.
time it's personal.
Let's bring it
But
back.
it's funny because we talked really quick on the phone today, talking about Jeffrey Rivas, La Bamba.
See.
That kind of kicked off our streaming like over a year ago, or whatever it was.
See,
Shut up, bozo.
you can
Okay,
do
are we
Great
ready?
Balls of Fire too. Isn't he still alive?
Yeah.
Or did he pass
Yeah,
away?
Jerry Lee Lewis is.
I think he's still alive.
He's
Oh,
the
he's
only
still
one.
alive. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like 932 or something.
But you got everyone going on there. Here we go.
At least.
Do the music typing. Just imagine it like the end
No,
of
that was
Carrie,
good.
The
The
hand
days
comes
of
out the
music
grave.
died,
The
but
hand comes out the
came
grave with the
back.
guitar in it.
'Cause rock and roll never dies.
Wow. I love it.
Stand and deliver the college days. Yeah, there we go.
La Zombo.
All right, so what do we got left here? We got 2 left, or what's going on?
Yeah, man. Just
The big
having some
two.
laughs.
Oh, okay.
Having some laughs.
I thought I was in trouble for taking us clear off the path.
No, come on, man. With this stream, in particular, it's good to, we're talking film and fun stuff. Okay, but yes, let's do number 2. Are you guys ready?
Nope.
Always ready for number 2.
All right. Hey now.
You said number 2. In my home with my children,
You broke
where my
heart.
wife sleeps.
Paulie, you broke my heart.
This is the
this
one I
the
was
one where
waiting
he-
for.
Is this the one where he kills Frodo?
Right, yeah. And he takes the ring himself to Mordor.
Something like that.
My wife.
Where my children sleep.
Where my children come and play.
And then he
It
kills
was
Sean
you,
Bean.
It was you, Fredo. It was you,
Sean Bean
Frodo.
would die if he was in this. Absolutely. He does quality necktie, doesn't he? I mean, quality necktie and the scarf.
Tell Michael it was just business.
Now I see. This is a sequel. It is a sequel and a prequel, as somebody said. This is both a prequel and a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest, man.
Quite interesting.
The
Coppola
greatest
suggested.
sequel, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It is the greatest sequel of all time, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Coppola had originally suggested Martin Scorsese to direct part 2, but the studio wasn't interested.
Well, it's interesting because Evans was pretty much, well, it wasn't out of the picture, but he already had dropped out because he wanted to do his own thing. So a lot of people had moved on, so Coppola took more control. I didn't realize he wanted someone else to direct, though. So I didn't know that. I thought he would always have intended to direct it. But Tom, you know about these things. Tom's asleep again. He's passed out again.
So, Brando and De Niro are the only actors to win Oscars for playing the same character. Actually, that is now not true.
Yeah.
Rita Moreno and Ana de Bosé played
True.
Anita in West Side Story.
And would Joaquin Phoenix and Heath Ledger count? Since they both played the Joker, more or less.
Yeah, when did I?
Or was that-
What year is this story? This story is
Yeah, but-
updated 2022. Why did they say that? Well,
Wait a minute. Was Joaquin Phoenix? No, let me think about this. Was Heath Ledger best actor or best supporting actor?
well, it's the
Supporting.
character though. It's the character, right?
Yeah.
It's the same character.
But if we're
He won
talking
the
about
award.
best actor or actress for the same character, as opposed to best supporting actor or actress,
Let me see what did it say?
or just an Oscar.
No, it just says
It's
yeah.
just both,
Only
yeah.
are the only actors to win Oscars for playing the same character. That's not true anymore. That is definitely not true anymore. So like you said, there's the Jokers and the Anita character.
Still a pretty impressive feat.
Well, they were the first, I guess.
And really two different the character in two different eras. I mean, it's not like there was just someone took over the role and carried it on. It was two very different eras and very different different way of having to play that then. So it's quite impressive, yeah. I mean, The Godfather 2 could have stood on its own almost, with a little bit more exposition. I mean, it's a brilliant movie in its own right. Yeah, I mean, no one's probably going to have seen it without seeing the first one, but it could stand on its own. All you would need is a quick, these are who the guys are. These are who the people are.
So, how'd this movie not be on number one?
Well, the offer wasn't made.
Oh,
It could be
that's-
refused.
I know why, because I'm not in it.
Has anyone ever recut it with the Robert De Niro stuff before The Godfather?
Oh yeah, they
Has
have
it
a
been recut?
yeah. What's that cut called, Tom?
I think it was called like the Complete Saga or something like that.
There's a
It'd be
name.
nice.
Chronologically cut.
No.
Chronologically.
The chronological cut, basically, yeah. And
The
they've
ultra
shown it
cut.
on HBO and over the years here. They had it on in HD for a while there, but no, that was the one big complaint I had about the recent release from Coppola was, why didn't you give us that version too? On top of it all, we've got 3 versions of Godfather 3. Why can't we at least get the other cut where it cuts everything in chronological order and adds those scenes in? Because there's some great stuff in there. I mean, those scenes are available in the bonus features, but
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I've been hesitant to watch that version, honestly. You know,
what is that? Why is that?
I don't know, because I think it's because I've known this since I was a kid, and nothing else.
Well, it's kind of neat because there's a lot of added stuff. I mean,
Oh,
a
is
little
there?
here, yeah. He not only cut it in order, but added a bunch of scenes to it.
And it is Coppola. Yeah, I should give it a shot.
Yeah.
De Niro only spoke 8 words of English in Godfather Part 2.
True.
That's crazy. He was fucking fierce.
I understand your hesitancy though, Paulie, because sometimes it can you can watch something like that and it can ruin your, or at least impair your original love of what you were used to. You know, not every recut.
In
is
this
a good
case,
recut.
though, it's just kind of like looking at it from a different perspective. And then just the little added additions are just kind of nice little bonuses. I mean, it's clearly not the movies. I mean, it's just, it's something they did for the television version, basically, when they premiered Godfather 2 on television, is all they just cut the two together, basically.
Look who's here. Look who's in the chat.
Ooh,
Oh, Lord. And if Empire Strikes Back is number 1, then I know it is. I love Star Wars, and yes, Empire's the best film,
think,
but
The Last Jedi may be the number 1. It's a
Oh.
sequel after all.
If you're just getting here, we're about to unveil number 1, but number 2, based on your votes, The Godfather. And I think it says something too, because it's, it is an older film now.
It's the power of it. It's the power and the majesty.
This is
of
the
it.
only film I've never seen in the. No, I did see it in theater. I did. Now
I
that I
did.
think about it.
I
did see
mean,
it.
a lot of. What do you? I mean, you don't know what you guys think about Godfather 3. I think it gets a bad press. I don't think it was that
don't
bad
bring it up.
when I first saw it.
And it was nice having
I
rock
knew it.
band on.
70s, I agree with you, but Paulie's not going to allow
I
that.
actually thought it was okay.
Let's bring in another member of the channel. It's been a minute. He's been waiting.
He's not gonna
Shanatsky's
wanna
here.
wait.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Shanatsky.
Hey, I just saw the link, so I came to say hi.
Oh, okay. You gonna
Think
stick around, or are
Godfather
you gonna
is
just say
great.
hi and bye? What's that?
Godfather 2 is great. Also, one of my personal favorite number 2s of all time, Evil Dead 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could go for that.
That wasn't even mentioned in all the comments that posted.
Mm.
You know, a lot of Mad Max, a lot of Terminator, Aliens. But let's say hello to some people in the chat. What's up, nerds? Good to see you. Of course, Six. We love you. Love you, Six.
86.
Evil Dead 2.
We got
Would
Xevious.
we consider
Xevious?
Dawn of
Yes.
the Dead as a sequel?
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead, I would.
Yeah,
'cause
it
I'd
totally
vote for
is.
that. I thought
That
it
was
was
a
a
good one.
magnificent sequel. In a
Now,
sense.
see, I almost snuck this one in, but nobody mentioned it in any comments. So
I didn't even know how to vote for it. This is the first I heard about it when you asked me about it. So
I put the poll up last week, man,
where at?
on Twitter.
Twitter.
I didn't see
Oh.
it.
No, neither did I.
I pinned it on my
Weird.
page. I don't know what else to tell you.
I never saw it.
Let's go down memory lane, and let's go through each of these.
I mean, I
10
see it when I went to your page here, but I don't remember seeing any of that shit. Yeah, I haven't been seeing a lot of your posts, man. Now that I look at this,
Really?
that's weird.
Being
Yeah,
suppressed, Paulie.
I think so.
Suppressed.
So I don't remember seeing a lot of this shit posted.
You
I would have
know,
remembered this blood in, blood out post.
I will. Yeah,
from
that was-
28. I never saw that.
Well, I
Now
gotta
you
say,
got me wondering.
well, I do have to say that ever since I've been like the last couple of weeks, last month doing Latino politics on the channel, shit's
That'd
been
do
weird.
it. That'd
Shit's
do
been
it.
weird. You know,
Might do
even though I'm getting a lot of international, pull like with all the Indian stuff, which is great. You know, the political stuff is just because I'm showing both sides, but what the fuck? I'm trying to show the Latino voters like, hey, this is what's going on. But anyways,
I
you
think
never know.
I mean, there's hundreds of posts on thousands of posts every day in Twitter. I mean, it's hard. To
Yeah, but
pick
the
up
people that I
everything.
usually interact with the most generally
Yeah.
seem to come up. And yeah, it seems like lately, now that I look at it, it's like unless Paulie's tagged me in something, I've not really seen a lot of his posts.
Interesting.
That one
No, I
I
haven't
did,
either.
because I did comment on the one, but
Right.
yeah.
Oh, right. But that was, yeah, and I'm looking at my page. Well, let's just not go down there.
I saw
Let's
most
not
of
go
them,
down
Paulie. But
No.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get to the final film,
Let's
because
get
we
to
all
the
know what it
final
is.
one. Twitter is suppressing the brown man and the white man and every man because they call themselves men. We call ourselves men.
Men.
Okay, so here we go, guys. If you're just getting here, we're going to recap. And I really like you guys here on the panel. Thank you guys for
I'm
hanging
kind of
out.
disappointed. It's a kind of, anyway.
I knew you'd be. I can't control the vote, dude. Wow.
No, I know, I got you. It's just, it's such a,
All right, here we go.
they're going to make me start saying that it's an overrated sequel, aren't they?
Oh, man. Don't start. Okay, here we go. Number 10, The Dark Knight. Number 9, Spider-Man 2. Number 8, Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. Number 7, Aliens. Number 6, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Number 5, The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Number 4, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Kahn. Number 3, Top Gun Maverick. And number 1, here we go.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet. I beat Obi-Wan Kenobi 2 or 3 times before. I'll do it to you, too. You should have seen me back in the day. I could fuck some shit up.
You're so mean. Stop it. Okay.
No.
There you have it. I mean, it was a landslide. Honestly, let's be honest. It was a fucking landslide.
I get it. It is the best of the Star Wars films.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that now with all. There's been plenty of them.
Well, then, and as sequels come and go, I mean, it's up there.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you top?
Y'all are a bunch of fucking nerds.
Yes.
Thank you. Wow.
And
why couldn't you pick a good sequel like Jaws 2?
Someone said Jaws 2.
No, I'm kidding. I was not surprised by this at all. So yeah. Panel.
70s, you're muted. If
You're muted.
You're still muted.
On the stream.
Sorry, I was just saying I was watching In Search of Tomorrow earlier, and it's got a section on the artwork, the different poster artwork from this, and who made them all. And I've forgotten how great they were and how good those artists were. I mean, look at that. That is a beautiful poster.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And even watching that scene, I'm just like, oh, Jesus God.
I don't see Rey in there anywhere, though. Where is she?
What's that?
I don't see Rey anywhere. Where is she?
Stop.
Skywalker.
Stop. Yeah, well, there's your 10. You guys voted. There it is.
This is known as the Gone with the Wind poster, kids.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of great psychological stuff this movie does. Like, for instance, one of my favorite examples with it is because you don't have any gore with Luke getting his hand cut off. But what you do have is right before it does, if you notice there's those 3 like prong like metal, I guess it's a transmitter or something, that gets cut through, and that's very bone-like. So it gives you the impression of the hand getting cut through, even though if you look very deeply, there's no detail. Like he's already got his hand waddled up and behind the sleeve and everything. But it gives you the impression and the sound effects. Everything sells that.
Yeah, if only Vader had stabbed Luke twice straight through the chest with his lightsaber, he would have died. Or maybe not.
No, he learned that doesn't work. That's why he's like, no, I gotta cut limbs off first. I gotta make sure they bleed out.
Only if you're white.
But yeah, of course he didn't want to kill him. He didn't want to kill him.
And the Grand Inquisitor's an alien, so.
Yeah.
Vader got beat by Geode in the end. Obi-Wan broke him into a million pieces and used him to beat.
But you guys can't help it, right?
No.
You guys can't help yourself.
This is actually what used to be my favorite film of all time. I've gotten to this point with Star Wars where we're saturated with less good than there is bad at this point. And I just but no, this movie, as for what it is, it has a great score. It builds on everything that the first one created. It's everything that a great sequel should be. It expands the characters, expands the universe.
The stakes are higher now.
The stakes are higher.
At the end, it's a great cliffhanger.
Yeah,
probably one of the greatest cliffhangers.
And it's great the way it doesn't end on a no super high note. You know, it's a downbeat note, albeit that you know, they've managed to escape for now. But you know, it's not exactly, you know, oh, triumph. You know, we were wonderful. Brass. I like that. You know, it didn't feel it had to end on a big high note. You know, it's a very emotional film.
It does end on a hopeful note if you think about it, because they do meet with the fleet. It's that it goes to the very lowest and then it starts to lift up. And that's an important distinction with it, because it still gives a positive feeling at the end with it.
Which is hard
This
to
is
do.
how you have your characters fail. You don't diminish them. You have them, you know, they took a beating, but you know they're getting up.
Real
Whereas
fast.
a lot of things just, they took a beating.
Real fast, Shanatsky. Sorry. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning in New York, and RC is heading to bed. He's a great member of the channel. And
take care, RC.
Thanks for sticking it out, and thanks for the super chat earlier. Much love, brother. Much love. I'm sorry. Go on, Shanatsky.
Oh, this is narratively how you have your characters fail without diminishing them, which is something that a lot of modern writers seem to fail at, and that it just seems to be about cutting characters down and then lessening who they are. Like, you can have characters should fail and then learn and get better from it. And that's what's starting to happen at the very, very end of this movie. You know they're regrouping. You know that they're going to go to save their friend. They still lost them, but you know that's it. So there's that tail end of positivity that leaves you with hope for the future. Whereas I watch a lot of media, and it seems not we went into nihilism for some reason recently. Like that there's no point in living, and life's
Everything
a
is
terrible
shit,
nightmare, and you're gonna die at the end.
Yeah.
So I saw this 9 times in the movie theater by myself. It was I would take the bus to my dad's work in Westwood Village, right next to UCLA. And at the time, Westwood Village had about like 6 to 8 movie theaters there, and arcades, and it was very safe for a little kid to, you know, hang out. I went to the Avco Cinema and saw this. I mean, there was just nothing like this ever before. Even Star Wars, you know, Star Wars was great, but this was everything. And I can't say that about Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi was good, but I'm sorry, I just can't. No comparison.
I agree with you. Yeah, it had its moments, but it was not as good as this. This had everything going for it. It had the emotion, the serious tone. It just looked magnificent as well. I mean, it looks absolutely magnificent. Jedi had slightly too many Ewoks in it for me.
So that's the list, guys. Let's ask the panel first and ask you guys. Hey, Tom. Hey, what's up, handsome?
What's in it?
Thanks for buying him that thing.
Oh, Diddy!
It's great fun.
Por Dios.
Madre mia.
Yeah. Is there any glaring omission from this list?
Well, I mean, it is very genre heavy, like I said, in a sense.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
I'm glad it's not chock full of a lot of new Marvel sequels and things of that sort.
I mean, there wasn't even a Marvel write-in.
Gremlins 2 should be on it.
Which one?
Yeah,
Gremlins 2.
I think Lethal Weapon.
No, I'm talking
2,
about the Marvel.
If we're going to go for
No, I know,
things
but
that weren't
Gremlins 2
genre-
should be on the list.
Yeah, let's ask this to the
And an
chat,
argument
too.
for Rocky 2 could be made as well.
Rocky 2, Lethal Weapon 2, I could make an
I don't know
argument
about
for.
Lethal Weapon, but maybe.
Hot Fuzz. It is the
Someone-
second of the
Problem is with
Cornero
Lethal Weapon
trilogy.
2 is Lethal Weapon 3 is so much better than 2. That's the problem.
And
Any
someone
glaring
did mention
omissions,
Evil
guys?
Dead 2, which would be a
Yeah,
great
Evil
choice.
Dead 2 is another one I'm surprised isn't on there. Or Superman 2, exactly. That's another one
Dawn
too.
of the Dead, I might have thought about picking.
Yeah.
If you want to get really left field, The Color of Money is a brilliant.
That's-
sequel.
Oh,
And that's kind
Yeah.
of what I was getting to too. It feels like, we're missing some things like that.
That one
Like there's
I
a lot of
picked.
sequels that you normally wouldn't necessarily think about as sequels or
And that's a
That's
magnificent
great.
film.
Well, I think, like Top Gun. Top Gun was like that. Because it's so
kind of,
long. And people are chiming in on glaring omissions. Rocky 2.
Mhm.
Rocky 2.
Batman
Yeah, like I
Returns.
said,
Mm-hmm.
Dark Knight made it. But,
Predator 2.
Very underrated Predator 2.
It's underrated, but I don't know if it's in that pantheon of great
It was good.
second films.
It was kooky.
Better than any of the other Predator sequels, that's for sure.
Young Guns 2 is kind of both.
Young Guns. Well, what's the Clint Eastwood sequel? The old westerns.
Oh, probably like
Outlaw Josie Wales.
For a few more dollars, or would be the
Few
second part
dollars
of
more,
that
for a
trilogy.
few
Or
dollars
a few
more.
dollars more, sorry. Thank you.
And
Hey,
then
what
what's
about-
the sequel to Dirty Harry?
What
Magnum
about Karate
Force?
Kid 2?
Yeah.
Oh, Magnum Force.
See,
yeah.
Karate Kid 2 is
Yeah.
one I would make a very good argument for, yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Magnum Force
That
is
was a
fun.
good,
Hot Shots 2 is another good one, even though I don't know if that
Superman.
really
Which was part
2.
2 to you.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Rocky 2 deserves a spot. Probably top 20. Over this 10, I don't know.
You got to compare them to the ones.
Well,
that you had
how
in
are
this
you
list.
doing this? Do you mean just sequels in general, or
No, I'm just not. Now I'm speaking personally for me. Just like because again, the 10 was there wasn't any movie that was there that wasn't written in, voted in, and they wrote in. People commented more than once. It was several times Mad Max, several times T2.
Mhm.
And I didn't say, oh well, how about other genres? I didn't like
How
steer
about
anyone.
Superman
Yeah.
2? Because
No one said Superman.
I
Maybe
love that
one.
movie.
You see, that's the thing about making a list like this is you make a top 10
just
list,
keep
and then you
making
will
more
think of
lists.
10 other movies that could be there.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking in the
yeah,
chat
yeah.
right now, and they're coming up with, they're coming up with movies that I didn't immediately think of that are great.
Yikes.
Fantastic Four:
Yeah.
Rise of the
Whoa.
Silver Surfer.
James Bond.
Lone Wolf
Well,
and
see,
Cub.
I
Russia with Love. Yeah.
And I don't know, is From Russia with Love a sequel? I mean,
Yes
it
and no,
really?
right?
I don't know. I don't know if I see any Bond movie as being a sequel to any other one, but especially as they chronologically screwed with the books.
If any Marvel film, there it is.
That's
Yeah.
the only one.
That was an amazing film. That was
That's
so
the
good.
that's the best of the Marvel movies, in my opinion, hands
Yes.
down.
I agree.
Thor
Entirely.
2.
Oh,
No,
that hurt.
no, Sander, no.
How about John Wick 2? John Wick 2. Come on.
John Wick 2. Yes.
John Wick 2 gets my vote. I love it.
This had been brought up before. And
Yeah,
someone there was one vote for this one. One write-in.
Yeah, we're not going back to the older classics, I guess, because we're so
No one really fought for old classics.
yeah.
Sanders, stop it. Civil War is not a sequel. Technically, it's a third. Technically, it's like an Avengers movie.
well, it's still a sequel. That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you
No,
mean?
it's not.
this?
That's the third. What do you mean? A sequel to what?
Captain America.
No, that's Winter Soldier.
Well, what the fuck do you think a movie that comes after the first movie is called? Any movie
no.
after the first movie is a
There's
sequel.
Captain America, the first
Technically a
Avenger.
sequel.
Then there's Captain America, Winter Soldier. Then there's
Yeah,
Captain
you can
America.
direct sequels, I guess.
Civil
Number
War.
2.
That's why I was trying to
You're
say
saying
before I
direct
got
sequels.
booted by my internet, because that's what I was saying. Do you mean just two part twos or the
Yeah.
best sequels of all time? Because if you're talking about best sequels of all time, there's a ton of ground to cover there, because a sequel is any movie that comes after the first one.
Oh, I thought it's not a trilogy then. That's not considered.
Well, yeah, but a
third
sequel is still a sequel, or a prequel is a prequel, right? Like, it's just
So
the type
Police
of movie.
Academy 7 could be in this list then.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But if you're talking about Star Wars Episode 3, that's a prequel.
So this could be
Right.
2, 4, 5, 6,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8,
Good.
Technically, yeah. They're all
Or
sequels.
Any of the Jason.
A sequel is any
movies
story
or-
that it comes after the original.
Any Jason movie.
And a prequel is any movie that precedes an original.
Now you guys are just clowning.
No, I'm being fucking serious
no,
here.
I'm talking about 6.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would be a good
you're
movie.
right.
Who doesn't want to see that? They're old enough now. They probably all would get together for brunch. She's not wrong.
The second Bourne movie. That was a good one.
Which ones?
Was it Bourne Ultimatum, I think?
Oh, Bourne Supremacy. Bourne Supremacy. Yeah, great movie.
Supremacy's the second one. Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah,
Okay,
great
those are
movie.
forgettable, man. I forgot about them already. I forget about it. Sopranos. The sequel was the prequel to Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah, but not made.
I
in
wasn't a
production
fan.
Order. It's a production order.
You're not a fan of Sopranos?
No, no.
Are you not a fan of Sopranos?
The Sopranos is fine. I didn't like that movie.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of scattershot to me. It didn't.
About to kick your ass out of here, man.
Yeah.
If you said like I didn't like The Sopranos, you've been out of here. I'm just kidding. I'm getting a little.
No, I mean the show's great just off James Gandolfini alone.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Roadhouse 2. I'm gonna tase you, mofos.
Now we're getting.
There was a sequel to Roadhouse.
Esoteric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was straight to video, but it was a
it's
sequel.
The, Roadhouse 2, the return of what was Sam Elliott's character?
Wade Garrett.
I hate to break it to y'all. There is a Roadhouse too.
There is.
Yeah.
yes.
No.
There is.
There's
Yeah.
a Hollow Man too.
Yeah.
They were probably made with the same production budget.
I think the sequel we all wanted but didn't get was Megaforce 2. Quite frankly.
And I hate to break it to you, Michael T. There is a Chinatown too.
Yeah.
There is.
There
The two
is.
Jakes.
Nicholson
And-
directed it.
Believe it or not, Megaforce meant to have a sequel.
It was meant to.
Yeah.
I wish we'd got it.
Oh yeah,
Deeds, not
Pirates
words.
2, Dead Man's Chest. That has a awesome. The wheel fight is
That
great.
was good. Naked Gun 2.5 was pretty good.
It was. But now we're just
Shots.
making big long lists of second movies.
Technically,
No,
the
see, this would be sorry, Tom. This would be on. Now we got to come up with a list of the worst sequels.
Oh, that would be fun.
I'll start
Oh,
typing
that's
it right
fun.
now. I'll start typing it right now.
Some have been mentioned already.
Yeah,
Well, you
let's
know-
do this. Blues Brothers.
Grease
2000.
2.
oh
Because
god, that
most
definitely
people
would be
don't
the
even remember
worst.
there was a Grease 2.
Yeah, they
And
do,
there's
but
a
that
very
thing's
good reason.
horrible. Oh, I remember.
Mortal
that, right? I can't
Kombat
fucking-
Annihilation.
How about
Most people don't
Universal
realize
Soldier
this,
2?
but technically, Die Hard is a sequel.
It
The book is as
Yeah.
actually.
Roderick Thorpe.
Yeah.
Roderick
Yeah.
Thorpe
Yeah.
story.
The detective.
Yeah. And they did a movie of the first book, and Frank Sinatra was in it, and they actually offered Frank the part to come back in Die Hard, and he turned it down. Yeah.
You're kidding
Yeah.
me.
And they changed the name to John McClane. I can't remember what the original character's name was, but yeah.
So I got
Leland.
Okay, I got
Joe
Blues
Leland,
Brothers
yeah.
2000. What else?
That's
Oh, there's
Scottish
plenty. Let's think
themed
here.
Mortal
one that we
Kombat
can't-
Annihilation.
We can't mention the Scottish
Mask 2.
themed one.
Mask 2.
I mean, that's the thing is you don't want to go for too many low hanging fruits. That's the problem with
Right,
things. Like,
right. I think let's
Basic Instinct 2.
What
Yeah,
are
that's
you guys saying
almost a
in the
low hanging
chat?
fruit almost.
There was some very
Lawnmower
low
Man
hanging fruit.
2. Beyond Cyberspace.
You know
See,
what?
that's
Real
definitely
fast?
low hanging fruit.
Well, I think what you want are ones that are
Hold
were
on, guys.
disappointments. You
Hold
want
on, guys.
disappointments.
Hold on, Brian. Matt Vader 74 is here. We talking all time best sequels. We just got through that whole list. Now we're talking shop about the worst sequels of all time.
And I think 70s made a good point, though. I think you almost
Sorry,
have
go
have a standard of something that was more or less a disappointment, because otherwise we're gonna have a list full of shit
Yeah.
like Joe Dirt
Yeah.
2 and Deuce
No.
Bigelow,
Things
European
we may have-
Gigolo.
Yeah, that's
Right.
I
I
think
think-
example. Yeah.
That's a good point. I think
But now National
Blues
Lampoon's
Brothers
European
2000.
Vacation might be a candidate, although
Something
I don't
that
think it's
we-
that
we
bad. But that's
expected
kind of what I'm
more
getting.
of,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
we got
Yeah.
disappointed
say that
by.
again, bro. Tom?
I said European Vacation might have an argument to be on that, but although I don't think it's that bad of a movie. But that's what I'm getting at, is a movie that was a real big disappointment after a first movie, and it still had the ability to be a good film. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Matrix 2, yes.
Yes.
There you go. That's an
Fuck
example.
yes.
That's a good example.
Fucking on the list. Excuse me.
Hell
And I
yeah.
would
have-
put Highlander 2 on as well because
Yeah,
I
Highlander
expected-
2's got to be on there
No.
too.
No,
I have a,
to me
I have
that's
a
low.
separate category.
Well, no,
It's
I
not-
would
we
argue.
expected more.
I would argue Highlander 2 is like where that line is, right? Because it is. It's one of those situations where you should have expected more because they spent 5 times as much on the fucking movie.
It's really on the.
You had
that's
Sean
really on the
Connery,
edge, bro.
Sean Connery coming back and all that stuff. Now, if they had recasted everybody, I think you'd have a better argument.
I
Like The
went to
Mask
see
2,
that at
The Mask
cinema.
2 might fall into the low fruit
No,
category.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But
went to see
Matrix 2
Highlander
definitely
2.
falls in it.
Matrix 2 is classic.
I was
Is
excited
cla-
to see
that's like
Highlander
a great
2. It came
example,
out-
guys.
yeah.
What else?
See, and that's the thing is I think there's an argument for Highlander because it actually had the potential to be a franchise.
Yeah, I was all hyped for it and then came out of it going, what the fuck is
Caddyshack
that?
2 was the first movie I ever walked out in my adult life.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
I don't know if it's so much a bad one as it is it just makes the same mistake of a lot of 80s sequels, and that is it's just the same thing as the first movie all over again.
Speed 2 is great. That's a great one. It's a great bad one. Because Speed
Yeah, that's
was
not
a
that
huge
bad,
hit.
yeah.
And they
Since
couldn't even
since
get Keanu back.
yeah, how about
Crow
Exorcist
City of
2?
Angels?
Crow
Exorcist
City
2.
of Angels is another one. Yeah,
Crow City of Angels and Exorcist 2, I agree. MIB 2, yes, Darth Plato. Ugh.
Escape from LA.
Zapped again.
I have warmed up to that movie in the last few years.
Same with Carpenter, man. Carpenter, yeah. The Mission to Mars was a piece of shit, though.
I'm trying to think of what some other.
I love the ending for Escape from LA. I think the ending is amazing.
It's 6 a.m. I've jumped straight onto. He's
Are
back
we
on the
only
sled. Did you get some
picking-
sleep, Jordy?
Second movies, or can we have third ones?
God bless you.
Well, I think if you're going off of this list, which
Just second movies.
Paulie, yeah, because you know that's
Caddyshack
really
is
low
one
hanging
kill.
fruit once you get past.
How
I
about
don't
lot of
know,
part
Pat
twos.
S. You know,
Staying Alive needs to be on that list.
Yeah, because there's
That
a bunch
is a
of
good-
third and fourth ones that are bad, but second ones.
Independence Day 2.
okay, so
Oh, yeah,
all right,
that was bad.
all I got now is Blues Brothers 2000, Matrix 2, and Highlander 2. What am I missing here?
You
Well,
missed a bunch
Independence
then,
Day
man.
2 it should be on
Okay,
that.
well,
list.
well, I was talking, man. Okay, can't do
Sorry.
it.
Independence Day 2 would be one. What's some of the other ones we mentioned, guys, that he missed?
Exorcist 2,
Exorcist 2, yep.
Ooh,
Speed
God.
2.
Speed 2.
Okay, all right.
Now here's one I would like to ask about because I didn't see
Grease
it, and
2. Grease
someone-
2 was the other one, yeah.
That's a good
Iron
one.
Man 2. Iron Man 2.
What were you going to say, Steven?
Okay, well, first off, I want to bring up another one that's in the chat, Crow City of Angels,
Yeah, I brought that one up
which
too
would
earlier, yeah.
definitely be on my disappointments list. But
Yeah.
going back here in the chat, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing the name, Casperius
Yeah.
I think that sounds right.
has brought up Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2. Now, I've never
that's
seen
right.
that. I know it was on
There
Netflix,
is one. I'm trying to
but I
remember what the
didn't
fuck
see
it was called.
I keep
it's a different
forgetting that
name.
exists.
It's on. It's on.
What the hell is it
Netflix.
called?
It's on Netflix.
Is it? That's what
Yeah.
it's actually called, though. I thought they did another sequel, though.
No, it's called something else. I couldn't get.
Yeah, I
to
was
it.
gonna say I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah,
Shit.
I'll look it up.
Sort of Destiny.
Oh, Sword of Destiny.
Sword of
Yes,
Destiny. Yeah.
Yes.
and yes, more American Graffiti. Put that on there.
They made
Yeah,
them
these
more.
are
Someone
good.
Oh my
mentioned Dumb
God.
and Dumberer in the
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, you know what? I have to agree. That movie sucks.
Mission Impossible 2
Yes.
was not good.
That's
that was
another
a John
one.
Woo fucking.
Teen
I
Wolf
liked Mission
2.
Impossible 2, though. That's a guilty pleasure for me because I'm like a
Well, you
John
know how to
Woo can go
vote.
no wrong for me.
It does have a good Scottish
Okay,
villain in
I'm
it.
getting lost here. All right, more
Okay,
American
slow down.
Graffiti.
Did you like
Slow down.
Anthony Hopkins just standing around collecting a paycheck?
And like,
Like he didn't like the last 4 or 5 movies he was in. Yeah.
That's 4 or 5 dozen movies. No.
And again, we want to try to
It's
avoid
Welsh.
low hanging fruit, guys. So, like
King
I said, the
Kong.
kind of line is like,
Blair
yeah.
Witch too.
Like no
Blair
Troll
Witch-
2
Blair
type
Witch
shit.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that could fall in there. Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna
an
have a
interesting
slightly-
story. I have an
What am I-
interesting story when it comes to Blair Witch 2. And I remember
Well-
how hard it was getting into the theaters to see the original movie. It took me 4 or 5 tries just to see that once. I walk into Blair Witch 2, and I was the only person in the theater.
Hey, we have to say The Last Jedi. We have to say The Last Jedi.
I guess you could. Technically.
It wasn't really that disappointing given what had come before it. I mean, it lived down to expectations.
I mean, we could we agree to Force Awakens.
There's a lot of there's enough people who did enjoy The Force Awakens, and I think there was a lot of expectations going into that movie, and the box office even shows that. How could you put Austin Powers 2 on one of the worst lists? That's one of the better sequels. That should have been on the list earlier.
It's a good one. Said something. Wonder Woman 2.
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman 84 is a good one to put on.
Wonder Woman
there.
84 saw.
See, here's my question: like, should we count shit like Evan Almighty? Because clearly, who had any idea? Like, that's what I'm saying. That to me is like low hanging fruit. You'd never expect something like. It'd be more of a surprise if it was good, right? Like that's what I'm saying.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Like those kind of things to me shouldn't count. Yeah, I don't know if we can really count that either. That's kind of.
I'm going to have a controversial one for some people. Blade Runner 2049.
No, actually, that's a good choice. Let's throw that one on there.
Certainly good for debate.
See, Weekend at Bernie's 2, I think, is up for debate.
See, I liked French Connection 2.
Yeah, French Connection 2, I don't know if you can count that as a bad.
So, wait, what are we putting on? Oh, Blade Runner.
I don't think Wayne's World 2 constitutes a worse sequel. Like, yeah, I don't know if unless you guys agree with that. That's.
I can't remember it.
Did you get Mortal Kombat Annihilation? That was one of the earlier ones too mentioned.
Hangover Part 2. That was poor.
Too bad you will die.
That's right.
I don't know about Wayne's World 2. No, I wouldn't put that on there.
I wouldn't.
How many Resident Evil movies have been out?
Oh, that's kind of low.
Like 7
too.
I saw that recent one. That thing.
You have to make an argument that the first one was any good.
That's right. Yeah.
It went from okay to terrible.
Okay, well let's vote on Iron Man 2 because
wasn't all that good.
Well, Blade 2, seriously? Are you serious right now?
Oh hell no! I wouldn't put Blade 2 on
sir.
that list,
no, sir. And if we're just doing part 2s, so we got to remember this, guys. We're not gonna. I think in this case, I think Paulie has a point to keep it to just part 2 because we're just gonna get inundated with tons and tons of 3s and 4s and 5s. Like I see them already,
and no movie is good once you get to 6, except if you're Mission Impossible.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like unless there's some reason or you bring The Rock in.
G.I. Joe Retaliation, actually speaking.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, what did I
But
miss?
was the first movie wasn't no good though, Shanatsky?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, the last thing I wrote was Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
No, Halloween 3 does not belong in there. We're not going there. And again, nothing after a part 2. We're talking about part 2s.
Part 2s,
yeah. And I agree with Paulie. We got to kind of keep it at a place where it's like, and 70s rock fan actually said this, where it was an actual disappointment. Like you had an expectation going in, and because like I said, like Evan Almighty, who you don't go into that thinking it's probably going to be any good. Right, like that's my point.
28 weeks later,
Revenge of the Nerds 2.
Taken 2.
Oh, interesting.
Taken 2. It was nowhere near as good as the first one.
Yeah, but was it a disappointment? I mean, we ended up getting Taken 3.
I think it would be interesting putting a 28 weeks later on the list for the same reason that we were putting Blade Runner 2049 on it, because we can actually debate. Now, I liked both of those movies, but I understand that there were a lot of people who didn't. So that would be a good debating.
I agree with the Sting too, but I don't.
Yeah,
and I agree with the Sting too, but I don't know if enough people have seen it.
It's such an old movie.
That's the thing.
Now.
Yeah, and Jaws 2 don't belong on there because Jaws 2 is actually not that bad of a sequel.
Jaws 2.
Now, if we're talking Jaws the Revenge, that's a little different.
Jaws 3D.
And I don't think Revenge of the Nerds 2 was too much of a disappointment overall.
Yeah, it was all right.
I think it lived up at least
Hannibal.
No, that's a part. Well, that's technically a part 3, but you're right. It is technically a sequel to of the Lambs. There's Silence of the Lambs because,
It gets really hard with all the Hannibal stuff because it's like Manhunter, then Silence of the Lambs, which is the second one. But then Hannibal is billed as the sequel to
and then they
Silence
went and did
of the
Red
Lambs
Dragon, yeah.
Because Dino De Laurentiis.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
So it's a sequel and yet not. because it's a sequel to De Laurentiis Hannibal movies. But if it's like Hannibal Lecter, it's the third. It's a weird one.
There was a Twister too.
No.
I'm surprised there wasn't.
See, Return of the Blue Lagoon, I think, doesn't count because that's one of those low-hanging fruit sequels. And that's where I'm even kind of...
Well, I would
Die
have no
Hard 2 was
expectations. Yeah.
I wouldn't put Die Hard 2 on this list. It's not as good as the first one, but it's not.
It's okay.
Yeah. And even though I don't like Die Hard 2, and E. Clay, I'll at least make an argument that no, it doesn't belong on the list. Same thing with Major League 2. It doesn't do any major damage to the franchise.
Matt Vader said Iron Man 2.
That's one I was kind of trying to debate with you guys. Yeah.
I think it's a poor
But if we bring in
in
Iron Man 2, that opens the floodgates for shit like Thor: Dark World and
that's true. Yeah.
Ant-Man and Wasp and
but Iron Man was like the first one, right?
I think I had more expectations of Iron Man 2 than I did of those.
See, and that's what I agree.
mentioned.
Yep. Oops, sorry. I agree with that too. Yeah. And I did say Teen Wolf 2 earlier too, Darth Plato. But again, they change out the main stars, so should we count that?
Too?
You didn't see Teen Wolf 2? Oh my god.
I saw the original one.
Oh, Jason Bateman's in the sequel.
That reminds
It's about
me,
boxing instead of basketball. I would put Teen Wolf 2 on there, but I want to kind of at least keep it in a realm where people have probably seen the films. That's where I like The Sting 2, even though that's a personal one.
Fright Night Part 2.
This one's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's a good debatable.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's a debatable.
I kind of like U.S. Marshals though,
like
and Batman and Robin is the fourth film, Soul Assassin. We're just going with part twos.
Yeah,
there was a Frozen 2/6.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
put that one on the list. People didn't like that one.
You know,
but Frozen 2.
Yes, that's right.
There was actual violence at Frozen 2. That alone.
Yeah, remember machetes and shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone thought Joker was going to be the violence movie, and it's like Frozen 2.
Ooh, yes, put that one on there. Yes.
Which one? The Amazing Spider-Man?
The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yes, the Andrew Garfield one. Yes. I fucking hate that movie.
I'd almost say not the second of the new Spider-Mans, the European one. Oh,
I wasn't as big of a fan of that one, but doesn't make nearly it's not nearly as bad as Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, that one's just. You can't go from fucking Blue Man singing Itsy Bitsy Spider to killing Gwen Stacy. It just doesn't work.
No, 50 Shades was never good to begin with. It was like if you say Twilight 2, it's like
Yeah, and people already knew what they were getting into with those because they read the books.
I mean,
I don't know if I consider Spider-Man 2 low-hanging fruit. There was a lot of expectations.
It's a major star. It's a major star.
That's
major
where we
production.
cut. Yeah.
See, it's a major production.
Now, if you're bringing up shit like I see somebody brought up Darkman 2, that to me is low-hanging fruit because it was straight to video, doesn't have the original star in it. There's nobody asked for it kind of thing.
That's a weird one.
That's a tough call.
Shit.
I didn't hate that movie though, but I fucking hate the creator.
Yes, because it was what
It is the sequel to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. It is technically the sequel to that.
I love that film.
I didn't hate Reboot though, which is unfortunate.
But I didn't see Reboot. Is that the one where he went around the world?
I didn't see it either.
Well, no, they go to try and stop the movie to be of Blunt Man and Chronic being made.
The Ring 2. That's a disappointing
Clerks 2?
Oh, no way. Clerks 2. There's people that'll argue Clerks 2 is better than 1. I've gotten into those fights.
Michael T, I enjoyed Clerks 2, actually. I mean,
I got to agree with E. Clay. Tron Legacy was disappointing.
That's a tough one. I don't know if that would keep. You could put it on there, but I don't know if it'll stay on the list.
I got one.
I'll put it on there.
Put it on for now.
You can put G.I. Joe 2, I guess, on there since Shinatsky said it and Soul Assassin said it, but I don't know. I think
any good?
That's what I said.
The first one.
Well, there's another like sequels that were better than the first film because the first film was shit.
Yeah, that's the one we can do
That's
down
a
the
different
road.
list entirely.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Lame. More like 50 Shades of Lame.
50 Shades of Limp.
That's pretty good.
Underworld Evolution.
Maybe. Is that a
They were
part two?
Which one was
dude.
Evolution?
Yeah,
That
that's
was
my
the
question.
second one. Because the first Underworld's actually a fun
Yeah,
concept,
Shinatsky's got a point. The first one's palatable. At least the second one, I don't remember getting all the way through.
But the Rise
They
of
get
Lycans-
progressively worse.
That's
The
what I've
Rise of
heard.
Lycans was fun, man. Had the werewolves and shit.
That was
Rise
like
of
the
Lycans,
third or
that
fourth
was
one.
fine. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
some say that's even better than the second one.
Well, put Underworld 2 on there just the same.
All right, Underworld. What?
What was it called?
Evolution.
What is it? I think it's Evolution, if I remember right. That's the second one.
Erection.
Scott Speedman.
I mean, one of the biggest failures of Underworld 2 is they have a sex scene with Kate Beckinsale and they don't show anything.
Lame.
Yeah, true.
Six. Tenet 2. You're not going to understand this one either.
What about that movie that Beckinsale did with Ben Affleck, Pearl Harbor?
That's not a sequel, though.
Yeah, to World War
Well,
One.
wait a minute. There should
Oh,
be
come on, dude.
Pearl
No.
Harbor 2. That would be a.
Well, that movie was so bad.
I suppose you could
because
put Tomb Raider 2 on there. A lot of people did not like Tomb Raider 2 with the.
Cradle Life. Yeah.
I
Cradle
like
Life, yeah.
I like Tomb Raider 2 better than 1.
Huh?
But yeah, I put it on there because it's still kind of.
someone, I mean, I've never seen any of these.
Charlie's
No problem,
Angels
yeah.
2. Full throttle.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it wasn't good. That could be
Really?
on there.
You can make me put on
Well, because
Charlie's
I
Angels
would-
first one was great or what?
it was good enough. It was a big enough hit, and it.
Yeah, you're right. It had a
That's
big
what I'm
star.
saying, and I'm looking at it. We also are kind of I would say we have to kind of keep it in the realm of like rock fan said that, we have to have had some expectations for a sequel, right?
I think so.
We already
Yes.
put that one up.
I got one. Queen of the Damned.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
that was good.
yeah.
Mm,
A lot of people liked it, and a lot of people liked it. And then
it does
like
kind of have
Interview
a
with the
cult
Vampire.
following. He has got a point there.
Uh-huh.
Queen of the Dam does kind of have a cult following. So does Grease 2, though. So
Yeah, some people like it. Some people do like it. I think we need a
Really?
Pearl Harbor
Top
2. We do
Pee-wee?
need a sequel to Pearl Harbor.
Big Top Pee Wee was good. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
I don't know about that one.
Oh,
Ocean's
come on,
12.
Matt Vader.
Do people dislike
Ocean.
Ocean's 12 that much?
It was okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I don't remember anybody
I
really
think it's
hating
just
on
Sander.
it.
He just keeps doing
I
Ocean's
didn't see
12.
it.
Okay. Yeah, technically, The Man in the Iron Mask is a sequel to Three Musketeers, but I don't know if they're the movies that we have of them are any of them ever really one. But yeah. Oh God, I don't know, Pat. See, that's kind of low hanging fruit, though, Pat S. That falls into the category of nobody asked for it, and then
I
you
had
change
no
the main
expectations of
actor
it.
and no expectations whatsoever, kind of thing.
Well, they had to change the
Transformers
main
2.
actor.
Transformers 2. That's a good one to have on there.
Yeah,
I got
No.
one
Really?
Why
because it
not?
doesn't sound like a sequel.
That thing made so
Halloween.
much money.
Which one, Shinatsky?
No, Halloween.
The
'Cause remember,
2018
they did
one?
the sequel that they just call Halloween again.
oh yeah.
I guess it technically qualifies. I used to hate that movie a lot more than I do now. But I don't know enough people that hate that movie.
If I were to put any Halloween movie on a bad sequel list, it would
You
be
say Halloween,
Halloween
else.
Kills.
I was going to say,
Oh, this one. Yeah, that's a
there's even an argument for that one. Oh,
That one.
300,
I know.
yeah. But 300, that's another one that falls in that category. Did we expect it to be any good?
We didn't.
It
need
was
in the first
okay.
place.
Yeah.
It was okay. It's
interesting.
watchable.
I hate
Lost
to say
World. Yeah.
it should.
Yeah.
I say put it on there with protest. The whole 10 yards was horrible, but that's another one of those. Did you expect it to be any fucking good?
Now that would be RRR. That's the
No, but I
sequel
see
we
what
need.
6 is up to there.
I know, yeah.
Poltergeist 2, that was horrible.
It was, but I don't know if it really falls into that bad enough category.
Omen 2,
I had no
Oh,
expectations.
dude, that's a masterpiece. And I don't know if you can count that because it's an 80% the first movie.
Yeah. He's not kidding. It is literally 80% the first movie.
Sister Act 2, yes. Although, did we have any expectations?
No expectations for that.
Sin City 2 does deserve to be on there, even though I don't hate that as much as everybody else.
I still haven't seen it.
That's a good one. That because it was there was a lot of hype.
There was,
and it took years for it to be made.
And I don't know if people were that disappointed by it, though. I mean, it didn't do well, but
Beverly Hills Cop 2?
Well,
no way. Fuck you.
No.
No, that's actually a good movie, in my opinion.
And E-Clay, I would have yelled at you before and said Crocodile Dundee 2 is a great movie, but it has not aged as well as the first film.
No.
The second and third one have definitely
a lot of those
not aged
movies
as
haven't
well.
aged well, man.
The first one's still good. The first one still holds up.
Yeah.
Second one just becomes... And I like the second one better as a kid, and I see why now, because the second one just becomes a mindless action film. And the third one feels like a backdoor pilot about making a show called Crocodile Dundee LAPI.
I have one that's technically the first movie they did. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, because it's an actual sequel to the video game.
That's a little cerebral, though.
No.
Like in a sense of trying to wrap your head around it being a sequel. Like, I don't know.
It actually is, though.
I know you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying Zoolander 2. That's probably one that deserves to be on there. I hate the first one, but I know the first one's pretty beloved.
Malone 2? Oh, New York?
No. Just like I don't think Crocodile Dundee 2 or Another 48 Hours really deserve to be on there either. They were bad, but they weren't bad enough.
What about Nightmare on Elm Street 2? Because that's not very good.
That's a tough one. See, because I never really hated that film, but in the past, it's traditionally been one of those movies that everybody goes to for like a worse sequel. But now that movie has such a cult following, and it has especially the gay cult following, that I don't know if we could get away, that you can really get away with saying that's a bad sequel anymore. And it technically made money. And it led to a third film that actually fixed the franchise. So I don't know. I mean, that's a good debate.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying it's bad movie, but I'm saying disappointing because I think that the original Nightmare on Elm Street is probably one of the best crafted horror films of all time.
I mean, what do you guys think?
Aspects.
Do you guys think it deserves to be on there? Or was there enough high expectations? I don't think enough people hated the movie at the time it came out, though. I'm not sure.
I never saw it, but I remember people liking it despite whatever issue it was. And it did lead to 3, and 3 was good. So,
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Frank Darabont with 3.
I was going to bring up 2010. I was going to bring up, even though I like 2010.
I do too.
But I've known that traditionally that's one of those sequels that wasn't beloved when it came out.
RJ, I love Troll 2, so
yeah, that's the low hanging fruit level.
1.
Yeah, that's low. If you're gonna do Troll 2, you might as well do like Leprechaun 2 and shit like that. Like, yeah, you're getting to
scraping the bottom of the
exactly,
bottom of the barrel.
Exactly. I think we got a pretty good start for a list. What else do you think we could possibly add that we don't already have?
Westworld 2, Future World.
Future World. Well, we're that far out from that. That's kind of like a Sting 2 one for me, to where it's like, do you think enough people?
2, although it's not out yet.
Yeah.
Then it's still going to be terrible.
6.
I didn't even make it to the trailer.
I know 6 is joking. She said Silence of the Lambs 2, but we did technically bring up Silence of the Lambs 2, and that was Hannibal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an argument to be made that could make the list.
You could, because
there was a lot of high expectations for that movie when it came out, and it was the sequel to Silence of the Lambs.
It was better than the book.
Surprised!
That's not a high
Ridley
bar,
Scott
though.
made a disappointing movie after making a great one.
Yeah, it's like his MO or something. There is a Kindergarten Cop
Resident
too.
Evil wasn't necessarily great.
I mean, do enough people really enjoy this first one enough that you would consider the second one a disappointment?
Right.
No.
I
had fun with the first two.
Heavy Metal 2000.
Heavy Metal 2000.
Oh, yeah. I'd put that on the list.
That was straight to video though, so I don't know if that counts. And plus, it was
a limited theatrical run.
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I know. But sadly, some of your trolling is accurate.
Yeah.
Hannibal's not on this list.
Should be though.
It should be. I think we made enough argument that it belongs there.
I think it belongs.
There's
on
enough
the
people
list.
also that in the chat that don't like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it belongs there.
As I said, Ring 2.
Ring 2?
The American one.
I've never seen them, but I know enough people dislike
I
it.
didn't see it. No.
The only thing with Heavy Metal 2000, besides it also being straight to video or whatever, is it technically wasn't a heavy metal movie until after the fact.
Oh, it's too bad we can't put Godfather 3 in here.
No.
Here we go.
He got nominated for an Oscar. It doesn't count. Sorry.
We'd put Alien 3 in then.
Yeah, no shit, right? Or
Yeah.
actually more like Alien Resurrection or whatever. That's what I was saying. Once you get into too many 3, 4, 5s and all that shit.
Worst treat was it? Worst trilogy or worst third movie of all time?
Well, it's definitely not Godfather 3.
If you want to do a worst third movie, then you would have to put Alien 3 in there. Yeah.
Because the answer is Smokey and the Bandit 3. Everybody knows that.
Oh, man,
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That
I'll
was
put
really
this one
bad.
out for a feeler. How do you feel about Bill and Ted 2?
I love the second one. That one, I think most people do.
That's on the list.
I was personally a little
Poltergeist 2
disappointed
is, or
myself.
Bill and Ted?
I've got an old one that I would pick, which is Return of the Seven, the sequel to the Magnificent.
Oh, none of those sequels were ever any of that
it
good,
was
though.
shit.
They were all shit, dude. Like, most people don't even remember them. That's how bad they were.
Yeah, they used to churn those out.
Like, if we're going to do that, though, then we got to bring in, like, Escape, or not Escape, but the second Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into really wading into some older shit. Like, we got to kind of keep a cap on the years here, too.
What? So it's like Exorcist 2 too far back?
No, well...
No, that's probably
I do like 3, but 2 is like what drugs were done for.
2 is... we got to kind of keep it in a realm of movies that people still watch.
More American Graffiti. That's an old.
Yeah, that one's... That's a horrible fucking movie.
Stupid.
The South, man. Duh. 6 is on fire tonight, though.
Yeah, the South.
That's a good one that Brahma's brought up because Pitch Black was a brilliant movie. I'm not so.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people being disappointed with that when it came out. Yeah,
I'm not so keen.
I had fun with it, but I can understand putting it on the list.
Oh, Triple X 2.
I love Pitch Black.
Pitch Black's great. Yeah.
Triple X 2.
It is.
Yeah, but well,
with Ice Cube.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, that was horrible. An Ice Cube jumping out of a helicopter, and he's like a. No, man.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
Put it on there.
Yep.
Put it on there. Fuck it. Let's throw in a few Marvel. Since we got Wonder Woman 84, you're gonna have to put BBS on there too.
Got to have Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 and BBS.
In that case, Avengers 2, Rise of Ultron.
I guess that's fair.
Iron
You
Man
might as well
2.
put Thor 2 on there too while you're at it, just because.
Oh my God, it's too easy, guys. Thor.
It's Thor 2 at that point.
Dark World.
Yeah, very Thor. I'm very Thor.
You're Thor. Well, it hurts.
There's one in the chat I got to disagree with. Peter Venkman fan site. I would not put Amityville 2 on this list because that was the last
barely
good
a sequel.
That was, it's really a prequel, and B,
That's true too.
It's the last good Amityville movie.
Actually, if you want to make an argument, it's the best of the Amityville movies because it's the only one that's actually semi-true.
I can't keep up with all those.
What about the,
Well, you should be. Go back and
sequel-
watch it later.
What about that sequel to The Shining?
There's 37 of them now.
Oh, I like that. I don't know
I
about
like
that. A lot
Dr.
of people.
Sleep.
I say a lot of people like Doctor Sleep. Yeah.
No, Doctor Sleep was great. Ghostbusters 2.
No.
No?
I wouldn't put it.
Have you seen it lately?
I have seen Ghostbusters 2 a million times.
That movie's not holding up, bro.
He's not exaggerating.
Ghostbusters 2?
Oh, I got one. The Mummy 2. The Mummy Returns.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll give you that one.
That one was so bad I quit watching the series after that.
Yeah, because it was diminishing returns. Definitely.
What was the Scorpion dude?
The Scorpion King one? That's the second one. Yeah.
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 The Rock. Yeah.
There's also Scorpion King 2, but we have to.
We're not going down that road. We'll be here all fucking day if we do that shit. I think we got a pretty good list already going.
We have. It's a good
long
start.
list.
Yeah, because I compared it to a couple other lists I've seen here, and a lot of those have low-hanging sequels on them. So
Yeah, this is good. I think the ones, I think Matrix 2 is epic.
yeah,
Like that's on the epic side of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Hannibal, I still hold as a high-end, hype-up sequel that was disappointing as all hell.
we put that one on there. I think.
yeah, a little
It's
bit.
on there.
You're right. Yeah. Well, Matrix 2 though had midnight. I went to the midnight screening.
Yeah.
We were
Same.
waiting forever, and it's just bad.
Yeah, I remember being very disappointed in the
Michael
Matrix
T
2.
says I like Ghostbusters 2, but that's
So
my
do I. A
prerogative.
lot of people like Ghostbusters 2, so I don't know where you're coming with that one.
But that's my prerogative.
No,
Wrong
there's
song.
Another song.
there's definitely a case because it is disappointing compared to the original, which is
No.
an unrivaled classic.
There is a little bit, but at the same time, Paulie, I think you're on your own.
All right, whatever.
How about Star
Mike-
Trek Into Darkness?
Oh, that is a very good one.
Should it be?
It's a sequel.
It is, and it was a disappointing
It
sequel.
was a very
It's the
big
second one.
disappointment.
Yeah, put that on there, Paulie. I guess you gotta agree. I gotta agree
Yeah, I
with
mean-
that.
Into Darkness.
The first one was pretty decent.
It was okay.
Decent enough, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Created
Or,
the expectation. Conan
Star Trek.
the Destroyer, there's maybe an argument for that one, Darth Plato. You got a
Yeah.
point there.
Oh,
Although I
yeah.
enjoy it,
But
and it is
it-
a little bit more comic accurate in some aspects, but it's not because of the PG-13 bullshit.
Yeah,
But it's also
Or
a
not-
good
PG
one.
bullshit, I should
I'd
say.
put that on here, definitely. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? But that was like very 80s. Didn't have that same feel as the first one.
No.
How many we got there already?
Man, got
At least 20.
Probably a 15, 20 at
2,
least.
4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6,
Jesus.
8, 31.
It's quite a
Wow.
few, yeah.
I think that's a good
Harry
place to end.
2, The Rage.
Oh, nobody expected that to be good, Shinansky.
Aquaman 2 shit floats.
Yeah, it will. We'll see.
I mean,
What was the sequel to the Ten Commandments?
There was one?
No, I'm just
no.
Christmas?
Life of Brian 2.
Yeah, Life of Brian.
Christmas the
the Messiah,
Revenge.
he is very naughty boy.
Are there any sequels that are coming out that
Hocus Pocus 2.
you just know are gonna suck?
Hocus Pocus 2?
Hocus Pocus 2.
Is that for
Yeah.
real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
it's
real.
coming.
It's coming out soon. Yeah, it's
Paramount
Yeah.
Plus, yeah. I've been telling people about it for a year. The novel's been out for a while. You can read the novel. So it's not like they're hiding anything, so. But it's pretty bad if you got a sequel to Hocus Pocus with the original cast back and you're just going to waste it by throwing it on Disney Plus.
What about Prey, the new Predator? Isn't that a sequel?
Technically, but that's like the 8th sequel
That's
in the
not the
fucking
second
Predator
one.
franchise.
Yeah.
That's what, the 4th or 5th Predator movie now?
Technically, like the 5th or 6th, I think, actually. where
5th
we're
or
at now.
6th, yeah.
The 11 Commandments.
Christmas. Oh, God. No, there is a Christmas Vacation 2, 6.
Yeah.
It's called Cousin Eddie's Christmas Vacation or Island Vacation. I shit you not.
Oh God, A Christmas Story too.
But it was
I
straight to
remember
video.
that.
And so was that shit. So, like, I'm not even getting into that. Yeah, so that doesn't count as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, Paulie. Avatar 2.
Put that on. 'Cause that'll be
I'm
garbage.
pretty sure that's gonna suck. I'm sorry if you.
No,
agree.
that's the third film in the series, and it was straight to video, and it wasn't even technically connected.
I didn't
with
even
the
know
other
they
ones.
had one.
It was a loose connection, but yeah, your sequel probably is better, and that's not even being joking. But it's funny that you said someone empty the shitter when it ends up being about Cousin Eddie. That's the funny bit. That is a horrible fucking movie. I don't even know how it ever got made. And what's weird is they got Maddie Simmons or whatever back to write it, and it's still fucking horrible.
One sequel that genuinely
Still
pisses
fucking
me
horrible.
off is The Craft 2.
Sander, yes. Fuck yes. Put Coming to
You know
America
what?
on
I
there.
was gonna say that earlier.
Yes, get that fucker on there. I hated that movie.
Did
I
we?
mean, that's up there with like Blues Brothers and Matrix.
Did we put Dumb
I
and
agree.
Dumberer?
I think he put Dumb and Dumber, but not Dumb and Dumber 2, which is actually technically the sequel. But Dumber and Dumber was the prequel that came first.
Yeah.
So technically, Dumb and Dumber 2 would be the third film in the series, in whichever way you look at it. But
Technically, they all sucked.
yeah, I didn't hate Dumb and Dumber 2 TOO, but I don't know of anybody who expected it to be very good. So I guess there could be an argument to be made for that one.
Here's the thing, Tom. Sometimes when you really love a film, your love of it will blind you, and that's why you end up seeing the sequel. So,
And that,
sometimes
I understand that. And that's where, I mean, did enough people really go to see Dumb and Dumber 2 to constitute that being a movie that people were let down by? I don't think it made any money, did it? It kind of flopped, didn't it?
I think it did okay, and I did know some people that were looking forward to it.
Probably
I mean, I
What's
was
going on,
too.
brother?
Hey,
Assalamu
Klobby.
alaikum, brother.
Peace. Kick some ass.
I was just
Clobber.
talking about best 25 or worst 25 comic book movies with Klobby the other night.
So what we're down the rabbit hole, Clobber, and we already did our best sequels of all time, and now we have this long list down here. We've been handwriting it. Worst sequels of all time.
Would you say like Hobbit 2, The Desolation of Smog?
No, because the first one wasn't that great. I mean, they're all kind of ho-hum. I will say that the Ring of Kings, or what is the Ring of Powers? What is the new power thing?
The Amazon show.
The new one is going to make the Hobbit movies look like they're fucking amazing.
Darth Plato, I don't think anybody expected Weekend at Bernie's 2 to be any good.
Yeah. Hellboy 2.
I remember when Weekend at Bernie's 2 came out, everybody just kept saying, well, that's fucking dumb.
I actually kind of like Hellboy 2 more than 1.
I was going to say, I don't know too many
I
people
like
who dislike
Hellboy
Hellboy 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already got to that, Klobby. Yes, we did.
Last year he went to go see it in the theater again.
Sponsored by Gillette.
The Hobbit
Do better.
2.
Make sure you shave your feet before you go to the theater.
I thought it was brought to you by Denny's. You can get your
Technically,
Hobbit.
it was, yeah. They had the Hobbit breakfast.
Second breakfast.
11sies.
Oh man, now I want a pancake.
I got to get to work. What the fuck?
Yeah, I gotta hit the sack. Got 4 a.m. alarm.
All right,
tomorrow,
guys.
so.
Well, this has been great. What do you guys got? Anything to plug? Anything to talk about?
I'm going to be appearing on Netter's Network July 9th, and we are going to be talking about Blade Runner 2049.
All right, sounds good.
Interesting.
Put your link in the chat. I think aren't you a wrench deleted?
I believe so.
Yeah, put your link there, man.
Okay.
That's on the list. This is interesting. That is kind of interesting.
I don't know. That was maybe when it first came out, people
When
felt
it
that
first
way.
came
but
out, that's
I
what
think
I'm
at this
talking about.
point, I still don't think Lost World belongs on there. But anyway,
That 70s Rock fan, what you got going on?
I've probably got a couple of new videos coming out in the next few days. Tomorrow I'll probably, Tom's permission, sneak onto Midnight's Edge After Dark for a while.
oh, yeah.
And on Friday night, if I get home from work early enough, I'll be on the Cocktail Lounge at Foulball Productions.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and I did a great stream on Creedence on Monday, if anyone wants to go back and watch it, on Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Shinotsky?
I don't have much going on, but one guy who I am on occasionally is Gary at Pop Culture Minefield. So, check him out. I sometimes show up on Saturdays, so I'll plug him since Gary needs all the help he can get.
Damn.
Gary's a good lad.
Hashtag backdoor
Keith.
Gary. Tom.
I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
Karate with infinite patience. You and
Everywhere,
I are rare
everything,
people.
everywhere, all at once.
You ruined my exit.
All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much. That was a great time. I'm working on more new stuff, so just check in with me. We'll have fun. Oh, you know what?
Sander brought up a last minute one you should put on there, the sequel to Zorro.
Someone said it earlier, The Legend
Which-
of Zorro. Yeah.
Which Zorro sequel? Because
The
Zorro
one with
series?
Antonio Banderas, obviously.
And yes.
Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
Was it Mark of Zorro? I know it was like first one was Mask of Zorro.
Legend of Zorro.
Legend.
Legend?
And it was written
Legend?
by Kurtzman, if I remember right.
So
Have a great night. You too, guys.
Night, y'all.
The next watch party we're gonna do is gonna be the movie Mi Familia with Edward James Olmos, of course, and Jimmy Smits. It's one of those ones movies in the 90s that kind of came and went, but really good by Gregory Nava. He directed Selena.
I bring it up from time to time.
It's a good film. And look at this, Juan Carlos Gonzalez Jr. for $4.99. Good show. Always happy when someone mentions Blade Runner 2049 as not all that great. Sometimes I think I'm the only one. It could use some cutting. I've never seen it.
It is
Ask
too
Gary
long.
from Nerdrotic about it sometime. He fucking
a
hates
little
it.
long and dull in places.
Interesting.
There's a lot. Think of the worst aspects of Dune and magnify them, and that's Blade Runner 2049.
There was a good film struggling to get out in there somewhere, but it didn't quite make it.
I mean, I could rant, but I want to, have the show actually end anytime soon.
Yeah, we'll let this show end for a second. We can have a booby moment though. So there we go. Wokoso moment. Our dear friend
I don't
Mandy
see
Summers.
any writing.
Really,
Mandy.
hands up under wonderment.
Thank you, Mandy. Thanks for the super chat, man. Thank you for all the super chats. And this is, let me see, this one's for you. This is nice little short Mexican Iron Man.
Let's see.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. If you're a member of the channel, you're seeing your name in the chat in the closing credits. And we'll scream at you guys. Bye. Mexican Iron Man produces everything.
Shout out to Mike. You are an awesome producer. We love you very much.
Gracias, Latinos. Slantinos. Sanders and Zoltan, Esparza, Dwayne, it's Courtney, Salty, Texas, Daryl, Maria, Blair,
The
Toxic,
wind cries
Daryl,
Maria.
Alejandro, Monica, Red Tigress, CCDV, Knitters, Cardinal Sin,
Who's
Zax,
that Shinotsky guy?
Shanatsky, Darth, Matey Boo, V-Star, Mike, Age, E-Clay, E-Clay's in the chat, AFK, Jack, Cyber, Uriel, Douglas, Hey Bob, Reggie,
That
Another
is
Richard,
my
Darius,
brother.
Lord Thoth, Mags, Culture Casino, who's that guy? Valiant, who's that guy? 32, I know that guy. Clobbering, I know that guy. Capitanes, Brandon, Johnny Gonzalez, Trey
Here
Pacelli,
comes the real sexy list.
K-Pop, JD, Jake D, RC, Generales 6,
Sexy.
Iron Man deleted, Sad 70s rock band,
Sexy.
and E-Clay. No, not E-Clay. Oh, check your PayPal, fool. Oh, I got a PayPal.
Foo.
Hold on, I got some money. $9.99 from E Clay. Fantastic stream tonight, Pinche. Here's some taco money. Dude, that is fantastic. Muchísimas gracias. That last minute. I really appreciate it. Where's it? Did I lose it? I lost it. I'm losing it. Thanks, man. Oh, I thought I copied and pasted it. Copy. Yeah, it was a fun show.
Thanks for doing this, Paulie. It was very good indeed. Thank you.
We're still live, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, we're still live. I wanted to get his.
And that's why I'm saying thanks, so everyone can hear me saying thanks.
Your list needs to be updated, Darth. Oh, the membership? Yeah, I need to update that shit. You're right. Yeah. Hey, Paulie, baby, yo, I got your money. Don't you worry. I said, hey, how you doing? Hey, I got your money. All right, guys, have a good night. Get some sleep. God bless.
Good night, everyone.
Peace.